go. Here we go. Hey. Ooh, wait, hold on. There we go. Here we go. Boom. Let's see. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. The only friend these YouTube streets, Puerto77, and we are back. So what's going on, people? Is the chat? We live chat? Everything good? Make some noise.
Hey.
What's all the fancy? I need to start using. I need to start using the fancy noise stuff. That Discord.
Oh
has.
yeah.
The Discord has all the.
Yeah, but that's some pretty cool things.
Yeah, like open soundbar. Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't do nitro. What sounds I got access to? Okay, the quack. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, make some noise. There you go. You see, I need to unlock some shit. I need to unlock some nitro shit. Put some sound effects in this show. What the hell's booty? It says booty. That's a weird sound. What kind of sound is booty? Do you know, Craig? Maybe you know. You the booty bandit.
I don't know. Yeah, even that one, I'm lost on that one. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, I could add some. So I gotta add some of my own sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
do my own thing.
So.
What's going on, everybody? Booty clap. That's what I'm saying. Clap, clap, clap is the booty clap. Oh man. But anyway, man, what's up, everyone? Glad here. Hopefully, J Dub and Extreme. You know, hopefully there you go. You the sound effects guy. You know, you're not clapping booty here, so you might as well be the sound effects guy.
There you go.
Oh man, but hopefully Extreme and them, you know. But of course, we got you here, Craig. How you been doing, my brother?
I'm waking back up again. I just opened up my 5090. I showed that video.
You got a 5090?
I already did the video on it. Yeah.
Really?
Man,
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you PC Master Race? You PC Master Race?
It does ray tracing, 8K, all that good stuff.
Oh, but I thought your Pro was more powerful. Oh, no, your Pro is more powerful than a 4090. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying. That was what he was saying. He was saying that. He. Not me. He was saying that.
Yeah. Well,
but you had to get the beast. You had to get the 5090.
I went ahead and got that. It's on my channel right now.
What made you get the 5090?
Well, why not? It's
I mean, I know it's why not, but usually you don't seem like the guy to go after the top of the line PC stuff. What made you like? Is that what you usually do? Is this the first time you bought right? Like, is this your first time you bought a brand new GPU that is current, fresh to the market? Like once it's launched.
Early.
Yeah, this early. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what made you do it? What motivated you to be like, you know what? I'm gonna just early, right from the rip. I'm gonna get the top of the line.
Oh well, you know, it just finally go ahead and see what it felt like. But it's you all can go check it out on the channel. The video is only like 15-20 minutes long. So yeah, just make sure you all go check it out. It's put it up there on the screen, big and loud. So
okay. What's your first impressions? Yeah. Or did you talk about it in the channel?
I mean, no, not yet. I'll probably do. Well, I'm gonna be doing the comparisons. Let's see here. Probably late. I don't know what time I'm coming home on Saturday, but maybe Sunday morning, possibly Sunday afternoon. So, because I'm going to the NFL Combine. It's only like 4 hours away.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
Give or take, not even that long. So just maybe it's 2 hours. But it's because I'm in Kentucky and it's in Indiana. So I'm right across the bridge.
Okay. So, yeah. What did you upgrade from? What car you had previously?
Oh, I had a 3060.
That's a jump, bro. That's a fucking huge jump.
Indeed. Just make sure you all go check it out. I show it there at the end.
He said indeed.
So,
He said, bro, for a 3060 to a 5090? Holy shit.
does 8K.
That's like
does 8K and everything.
That's like going from a chick on the block to Halle Berry. Like, yo. Like, yo. Where did that come from? Oh, shit. That is an upgrade from hell. Man, my man went from the local chick on the block to Halle Berry. Whoa. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Halle Berry's still attractive.
I know. I'm like, wow. I'm like
53 or something.
Like, yo, that's a bump, bro. I know you noticed the difference.
Well, I'll look at it over the weekend.
Okay. What games you playing? What games are you gonna play on it?
I'll probably do like The Last of Us, and so do like that first opening sequence of the Last of Us. So
so you want to see that in all its glory, and maxed out, like at 500 frames per second.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll do. We'll find out. Got my fire extinguisher ready.
Well, we'll check out the initial video, but I'm really looking forward to seeing like your follow-on impressions. It says, especially something that much of a jump. Like, bro, that's a huge jump. Yeah,
I'll get the video going here on Sunday. Maybe,
So you know, there's a lot of dudes that can't talk shit to you. You'd be like, yo, I got a 5090, bitch. Who is you?
Well, my 5090 is more powerful than theirs. So
yeah, exactly. So you'd be like, listen, half these cats can't talk shit to you now.
Well, they can try.
They'd be like, Craig, you don't know PC. Like, bitch, I got a 5090. Fuck is you got? Shut up. Like, I'm not interested in your opinion.
Yeah, my 5090 is it's on my. Just go to my channel and check it out. If you want to skip to the, I don't know, you want to skip first 10, 15 minutes.
Why?
You can. Well, because I'm just doing some supposition there, shouting out a couple people.
Oh man, it take you 10 minutes to get to the point.
Yeah, it didn't take me very long.
a 15-minute video, 10 minutes of it's him talking, thanking people. Like, bro, where's the 5090? You're killing people.
Well, yeah, I'm like, well, I know where you're
here. Put chapters.
Get to it.
Just put the chapters out.
Really. Yeah, it was very short.
Put them chapters. Oh man. Oh, Craig is crazy. He says, "Hey, this is my video on the 5090." Half hour later, still hasn't talked about the 5090. Yo, he talk about being stuck on a cliffhanger. Like, yo, that's what's up, man. Oh, I'm gonna check out that video. I'm looking forward to see that video. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It says Craig is trolling you, Puerto Rico. Why are you saying he's lying? He ain't got no video in there. Don't be lying to me, man. Don't be lying to me.
90. It's a 5090.
Oh, you know what? Forget it. Never mind. I don't believe you. Forget it. It's gonna be something else. Never mind. You know what? I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed.
Hey Craig, you gotta put on your backlight and pull a judge, pull in your backlight and show a picture or show a video of your 5090 live so you can
this guy
prove everyone wrong.
This guy probably got this guy's probably got like an old record player called the 5090. Unbelievable. I'm so disappointed. I was actually excited. I just wanted to see I just wanted to see your opinion on the car and look at you.
I can go back there and get it again. Show
you. My man probably got like an old album called the 5090 by the Bee Gees and shit. Probably got like the Bee Gees album called 5090.
Hey,
you know what that is? To watch a 20-minute video, 15-minute video, he's not talking about it. Then when he finally shows the 5090, it's like a Bee Gees album. You're like, what the fuck? Boy, you're going to lose mad subscribers, bro. Your shit's going down. You can only do that shit during April 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
They're on the TV there. But rest in peace to Roberta Flack, one of the best who ever did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's rest in peace, God bless. All right. We got the judge. I know you got a 4090, right? Or 4080?
I got a 4080.
He got a 4080. See, he about that life. Judge is about that life. He bout it. He like Master P. I'm about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I upgraded from a 2070 to a 4080. I gave that. Ooh, I gave that to my son.
How was that jump?
You know what? That jump. I'll say this because I noticed the jump when I was while playing VR. my frames per second in VR titles were it was more smoother. To say it was less choppy is it's redundant. It was more smoother because I primarily used it to use it for Google VR. I still think that's probably like the best VR app out of anything that I used in VR, and that was the reason why I even went and bought. First I bought a Quest 2, and then I bought a Quest 3. To use on the PC in the first place, because that app alone, I think, is really worth it. But as far as that jump, yeah, it's definitely worth it. And then also when I use it to play Skyrim, I'm not too sure, but I have a suspicion that since the 4080 has more, what you call that? Is it VRAM?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has more VRAM than the 2070. That I can use more mods than I was able to use on my 2070.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Good. So, how's everything else going, my brother?
And as I said, I'm out traveling, so I don't gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I don't gotta go to sleep early. I don't gotta hear not to say I'm gonna talk bad about my children, but I don't gotta hear screaming and yelling. Y'all don't gotta hear screaming and yelling.
A little break, a little away from home ain't so bad. Let
Yeah,
mama deal with
yeah.
that shit. Mama got this.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Mama got this. You just make sure you come back from the work trip with a gift for her. Be like, look, I bought this for you. You know what I'm saying? To say thank you. And that you appreciate her. You know what I'm saying?
And you're more considerate than me, because I wasn't even thinking about that.
Oh man, that's terrible. See, that's how you massage and stuff, because she knows you chilling in a hotel, ain't stressed out, and she gotta do everything. Then you come back, hey, look, pick you up something. You know what I'm saying? They love gifts. Smooth that out. It's tricks of the trade. Because I used to travel a lot, not just travel a lot, go to the field, all that stuff.
Right.
My wife had to deal with my daughter at her crankiest. You know what I'm saying? Come back with something. Make it worthwhile. Oh man. All right. And Extreme, my brother from down under.
Yo,
Rocking the fresh pair of Adidas.
Listen. Did you educate yourself now?
Rocket, listen. You guys suck at breakdancing, so there's just some things you can't educate. Some topics, you can have other topics. You can have the Queen's English. I'll give you that. Because we barely speak English anymore. I don't know what. Like, I'm glad I know Spanish.
That's what you do.
Oh man, he said we speak. You know what? I'm still acting dude.
That's what you do.
I'm not saying
that's
no.
what you do. How many government workers have you guys fired this week?
He's the commander in chief. I will zip.
You're firing more people in this administration than school children. That's amazing. It's nice for you to have different targets.
I guess
it's good.
All I'm saying is, all them savings, that shit better go back to my bank account. I ain't trying to hear it. If there's savings, I better see savings in my account.
Hey,
I better see.
The only thing to survive.
You know how you look at your bank accounts thing and it shows you like the money that comes back into your accounts, like in green.
Yeah.
I better see a lot of green lines.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling I won't. I have a feeling I won't at all.
He's going to send you an email asking you what you did in the last 2 weeks. You're about to be fired from your job.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do in the next couple of months. Retire.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That'll be my reply. Hey, I can
go.
tell you what I'm about to do in a couple of weeks. Retire. Oh man,
You're
how you been?
about to make the government more efficient. Actually,
I'm making it more efficient. I'm out.
There you go.
You can put some dough.
Yeah, no,
on it.
I'm good. I'm good. It's a hot as fuck day, 33 degrees today.
Ooh.
So y'all do that conversion.
That shit just don't sound hot. It just doesn't sound hot.
33.
It's between
hot.
the 80s and the 90s.
I know, but it doesn't sound hot. Like 80s and 90s, like, man, like I said, it's 98 degrees outside. It just sounds hot. 33 degrees don't sound hot. It just doesn't sound hot. It doesn't give that.
Well, it's 90 plus
heat.
degrees for you people with your
There you go.
metrics.
There you go. Say, trust me. Just say,
your fictional metrics.
Listen, do the conversion and then just say. It's like
Nah. You know why I don't like doing the conversion for Americans? Because a lot of American media never does the conversion. Even though you're one of
but
two
we're not that
countries in the
smart
world
to do the conversion. So you got to help us out.
Y'all are just lazy. It's not even smart.
That's true. We are also lazy. I'm not going to argue that.
Every calculator on the planet is a Texas instrument. I wonder where Texas Instrument is located. You know.
Oh man.
Hey,
wait a minute.
listen.
So it's
Hello to everybody in the chat.
91. It's 91 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go. There you
See,
go.
look at that. Just say, bro. Yo, it's 91 degrees outside.
It's at 33
just say
degrees.
it. No, but just say it. It'll hit your. No, so you're afraid.
We'll use your numbers.
No,
you're
afraid. You are afraid because you know it'll hit your soul. You know, once you say those words, you'll be like, you know what? I get it. Once you say it, you'll be like,
yo, do you know what the most
like, yo, it's 91 degrees outside, bro. Woo, that's impact.
Despite our beautiful metric units that make sense, I have a lot of people describe height to me in feet. And I'm like, oh, Emmanuel, I'm 5'8". And I'm like, what the fuck are you even saying? Do you hear what just came out of your mouth?
Yeah, 5'8".
What the fuck is a foot? Why would you measure yourself in feet? Does it even sound like you respect yourself?
Yes.
Even horses, they measure in hands. But they measure you in feet. Stinky little feet. Do you even know whose foot that is? Yo, I hate it when people use freaking imperial units for height. In a country.
Yo, the other shit is so
how
weird.
far are you? They're like 1.25 kilometers. Hey, how hot do you want the temperature? Oh, 22 degrees. Hey, how hot do you how hot do you like your steak? Oh yeah, 159 in the oven. Don't worry about it. Hey, how tall are you? 5'5".
There you go. That's short though. You were short.
And I'm like,
5'5". You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you can't even So you use the centimeters, right, for height?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, meters technically, but centimeters are obviously part of that.
Yeah, that's what you say. You see,
yeah, because we said like 1.8 meters.
1.8 meters.
That's 6 foot. I was just about
6 feet. Yeah, see, but that just don't hit, man. You can't even make a song with that. Like there's a song describing herself
6 foot, 7 foot.
No. She says, that's another song. But 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, right. But then also there's a song where the girl describes herself as 5'5" with brown eyes. 1.8 with brown eyes don't sound, or 0.9 with brown eyes don't sound right. See, this is why we don't use your shit, because your shit don't sound right in music. Like 5'5", you know that song? 5'5", the chat knows what song. 5'1" with brown eyes. That sounds, 5'5" with brown eyes sounds cute. 1.5 with brown eyes sounds weird. Like, what are you, a midget? You a munchkin? What?
Listen.
You're a dwarf? What is this? The Lord of the Rings?
Listen.
Hello, Bilbo Baggins. What are we doing here?
Your freedom units just uses bigger numbers to sound impressive. That's basically it.
My freedom units.
That's basically it.
That's the sound of we measure freedom in feet.
There you go. That's basically it.
Oh my god! I never heard it that way. Your freedom units. Oh so my god! Give you that. I'm gonna put that song on. There you go. It's 5'5" with brown eyes. That sounds great.
Thank you to all of the chat, to all of you that are saying hello. I see you scroll by, so I'm just not typing as I'm talking, but I see you all. Thank you, Lunchy Sky, and everybody else in the chat.
This guy date women who's 1 point. He be dating 1'5" women wearing Adidas. That's some wicked shit right there.
First of all, those Adidas speakers are the way you want to go. They're the way that you want to go. That Stan Smith collaboration.
Maybe y'all would be better breakdancers if you start using feet.
Wait, hold on. You went to Germany. Okay, and you never went to an Adidas shop?
To the Adidas shop? No, I went to the Adidas shop.
Nah, it's Adidas over there.
Listen,
that's where it came from.
Okay, it's Adidas. All right, Run DMC. We already took Run DMC took that over.
Hey, listen about the Polo videos I've been posting. Yeah, people getting triggered, man. Gamer Boy, I don't know why. They can't just enjoy a man eating steak and having a little Polo.
I saw that you were playing Polo, having a steak. They're like, oh my god, the Steam. Who gives a shit? No one brought up Steam. Why are you bringing up Steam?
You know what's funny? I never get to their videos about their Steam Deck talking about the Portal. Like
they don't even have a Steam Deck, and we're gonna talk about it because who owns a Steam Deck?
Whoa, listen,
hardly anyone.
Listen, if you talk about that, like for example, who is it? Who's a big fan of the ROG Ally? I think it's Dog Dog. Dog Dog is a big fan of the ROG Ally.
And hardly anyone
go to him and be like, "Oh yeah, the Portal's better," even though it is. just from an ergonomics
But
perspective.
you just
But
don't.
I don't
do
need
it,
to keep
you leave.
like
You let him be.
listen. He's already down on the ground. Xbox just left. I can't just
Oh,
keep
man.
kicking him while he's down. You know,
Oh man.
I can't keep kicking him while he's down. It's
Oh.
crazy. Oh, by the way,
Hey,
Brian is. What do you mean? I just joined the Portal Club? I had the Portal almost since it like
He
I think
did.
2 months after it launched.
It did.
I've had it for the longest.
You did get it. Now,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not into really like portable gaming, but when I got I kind of put a protective cover on it, but I got the Midnight Black
Yeah.
dual sense.
Nice.
And I put a little
Edge,
protector because I will protect this. This will be
Yeah, that's
protected.
nice.
So I put a protective skin cover. I got protective
Yeah.
skin on it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be my main. I'm gonna wear her out.
Nice.
So
Hey.
Nice.
so I had to put a condom on her. So anyway,
Listen,
pause.
Always use protection.
Pause.
Always
yes,
use
always
protection.
But anyway, so when I got this, right? When I got this, I saw the Midnight Black portal. I don't know what it is, but man, that thing looks good. I don't know. I was just
listen,
staring
man,
at it.
The blacker the
I was
berry.
just, I was
the sweeter the drip.
just, I was just staring. No lie, I was just staring at it like I
You
don't.
should
It's
get it.
just, it's just
You should
something
get- you should
about
do
it.
it.
See, when I
Do
saw
it.
the white one, I'm like,
Do it.
whatever. But when I saw it in black,
You know,
I'm like,
Jay Barry. Jay Barry is gonna be on your case if you don't do it now, because you know Jay Barry's got the black one already.
I
And he
know,
needs
but
a twin.
I'm looking at,
He needs a twin out here.
I'm looking at the black one. I'm like, man, that looks sweet.
It's sexy. It is
Yeah,
sexy.
even if I'm not gonna use it, but just like,
Yo,
but the thing is,
Everything
I
looks
probably
better
would
in
use
black.
it. It just looks. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's true. Everything looks better in black. I was looking at
everything
it,
looks
like,
better
man,
than black, man.
that thing looks
Listen.
sweet.
Hey, Rock, we gotta go back to your brother. Your brother, he's 0 for 2 with choosing bad consoles. His first loss was with the Stadia because I remember he was
Oh
really
yeah, he was Team Stadia.
yeah, he was really pushing the Stadia, and now with the Xbox Series, it's like, man, you're not teaching them, man. You're not a good big brother, man.
No. There's a reason why our family left him in Puerto Rico. He's that black sheep. He don't listen to nobody. He's gonna do what he wants. He's that brother that wants to do what he wants, and I can't help the dude. He didn't even listen to me. He bought a Walmart PC. I'm like, bro, if you're gonna get a PC, don't get it from Walmart. Who buys PCs from Walmart? What are we talking about here?
I don't even buy PCs from Best Buy.
Like, man, like, I don't know. Shout out to Doc Dark. Oh, shit. All right. Let me hit up these super chats and we get to the topic, right? And this is a great topic. I'm glad you're here too, Extreme. I'm glad all of you guys are here. And I'm glad, you know who I'm really glad is here is the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to already over 200 viewers. You know, hit that like button. Share this out. Really appreciate you guys. We're going to make this a great show. You know, I would say this. Let me do the super chats first. Start out with Gordo P23 with a $5 super chat. He says, did anybody else notice how Digital Foundry didn't compare Monster Hunter Wilds on Pro to Xbox Series? Oh, of course not. The Pro's always going to be compared to the PC. Always. They're not going to do it. That's it. I want to see PS5 Pro versus $700 PCs. They will not show these $700 PCs. Everybody talked about it. Everybody up and down. So then show it. I want to see head-to-head, consistent across all the titles. They're not doing that. It's funny, they're saying, the Pro's a weak system, but they want to compare it to the 4080, 4090 all the time. They won't compare it to the equivalent $700 PC.
It's not even an apples to apples comparison.
$1,000 PCs. Oh yeah, hey, you're right. That's a good point.
It's true. They won't even compare it to a $1,000 PC. It's always either a 4070, a 4080, or 4090. One of those three. It's not the 3060
when the card
or the
by
3070.
itself is just as expensive, if not more so, than the console. Yo, Nvidia
It
is
better
taking
be
people
better.
for a ride.
Oh man, the new
Nvidia is
cards.
taking people for a ride.
That
man.
50,000
I don't understand how all of these people that keep saying, and I've seen so many journalists say, like, yeah, the PlayStation 5 Pro is outrageously expensive, and I'm like,
and they got
how?
You got
when
a
like
card.
basically the starting prices for like a 70 series card, and I'm not talking about the fake MSRP that they do for like the 3 people that win the lottery and get them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual manufacturers that put out the board. Just start at $1,000 for the card. It's ridiculous, you know. And that's been one of my huge issues with PC gaming. Like I have a 3070. I don't see 3070 performance. You know, because the 3070, just a few generations ago, used to be that card, right? Used to be that gamer-specific card. And I look at it and I'm like, it's okay, you know? It's but I agree. With what is it? With the judge, you've got to go to an 80 series card in order to actually see appreciable benefits. And it's like, but then I'm spending, in Australian dollars, it's ridiculous
Oh
because of the
yeah,
conversion.
you
But
guys.
it's way more than a 5 Pro. That's
Mhm.
it's ridiculous.
Now
But
that
anyways, we'll
50,
talk on it.
that 50 series really get pissing off gamers, right? And I would say I'm not gonna say much about it, only because I really don't game on PC a lot. But I will say this though: if Nvidia is heading down this road where they don't give a fuck really about the PC gamers, they care more about the AI. Nothing says that when they release their 6000 series, they'd be like, you know what? Sorry, PC gamers, we learned our lesson. We'll do better. They could just keep going the road they're going and make it worse, right? Because right now the PC gamers are saying, I think it's universally, you see the PC gamers, most of them are not happy with what Nvidia did with their 5000 series. They're just not. Overpriced, whatever. Okay, cool. But they are saying, I don't have to buy it. I get the 4000 series, the higher tier 3000 series, and you still get a great gaming experience. I'm like, sure, for now. But what happens if Nvidia repeats the same thing with the 6000 series? And then the 7000 series. Eventually, your 3000, 4000 series cards are going to be old, and the direction to upgrade, even if you waited, is the 5000 series card, which you're not happy with. The 60 series card, which you know what I'm saying. So I'm just waiting to see, like, future PC gaming may not be that great unless AMD takes advantage of the stupid shit Nvidia doing. But that's way too early to tell. Gabriel R, thank you with the super chat. He says, shout out to the Pro. It will be the best way to play Monster Hunter Wild on console. Feel sorry for regular PS5, but Xbox users puede chupar un. Oh man, this guy didn't. I'm glad you didn't finish that statement, but shout out to Gabriel. Yeah, Monster Hunter. It's funny because didn't they do the 3-month review? Like, what was that? They just found these 3 months later review of Pro. I never heard of that. I could say like 1 year review. You know what I'm saying? But 3 months? Like, what do they expect? They want PSSS to evolve in 3 months? Like, what? Oh, shit. They expect version 2.0 in 3 months? When I saw that, I'm like, I'm not even going to fall for this bait. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not falling for this bait.
You know what they should review? Whether it set itself on fire after 3 months or not.
Oh,
Because
man.
these 5090 cards, we didn't have to wait 3 months for that. So that's what I will review. Is it still on? Is it on? Does it turn on?
God. He said, you better, I hope you have good house insurance. Because that shit.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I custom build my PC as well. When I get on the 50 series, I'm going to put a fire retardant in there. Just as a precautionary measure.
Have a fire extinguisher right there.
Exactly.
Have the shit that spits out foams and just comes out, have it installed inside the PC case.
There you go.
After foams just comes right out.
Either that or I'm going to take that big ass case, I'm just going to put it outside. Just if the fire starts, at least it starts out there first. Gives me a little bit of time to deal with it.
Just don't put it in the woods because you'll start an Australia. You'll start a forest fire. Half of Australia will burn down.
Australia likes bushfires, so you know what? They're going to start to tell us to turn our PCs off. They're going to be like, "Hey, do it like the Kendrick song, but for your PC. Just turn that PC off."
Man,
what I don't understand. What I don't understand, going back to the whole comparison of the PlayStation 5 Pro to NVIDIA cards, is that, well, if the PlayStation 5 Pro or any of these consoles, with the exception of the Switch, uses AMD technology, why don't they compare that to the higher end AMD cards? To me, it's an apples to oranges comparison. It's not only we're talking about different architecture, but we're talking about two different brands. To me, I always thought that was disingenuous.
Yeah.
Hey, man, digital forgery has been at it for the longest. I can't believe that people still think they are somehow valid.
Yeah, I agree. That's I look at NX Gamer, but yeah, I agree with.
Yeah, NX Gamer is a much better resource.
Yeah, where's my $700 PC comparison that Linus with Tech Tips swore up and down could be done, and then when he tried to do it, he couldn't. So yeah, where is that at? And with Digital Foundry, people got to remember that they're not going to ever come out and say, "Oh, it's this huge of a difference," because they don't have jobs. He wasn't really trying to say people doing these comparison videos. Yeah, I agree. It's an AMD card. You would think that they would at least get the 7000 series, 7800 XT. That's an RDNA 3 card. But yeah, it's unfortunate that more people are seeing it. it's not just a me problem. So, it's everybody's seeing Digital Foundry is not going to do this because they will lose their viewership. They come out and say, yeah, the PlayStation 5 Pro is daylights ahead, which you can see in the comparison. It's daylights ahead. Then people will get upset. That term that the kids use feel some kind of way, and they would start abandoning watching Digital Foundry because they'll be like, well, why in the world are we know the Pro is, the problem. I've said this to people is the Pro is not. It has like 5 or 6 more flops, but they're RDNA 3 and RDNA 4. So, but yeah, I think they're being disingenuous. Yeah, but that community has been ever since the regular PS5 came out with the whole SSD thing. The first people to throw a fit was those bitch asses in the PC community. That's just who they are. And but yeah, we'll get into it more with the subjects we have here today.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yo, I'll be right back.
Next one. Let's see. We got. Oh wait, let me scroll back. Make sure I'm not missing some. Oh, let me refresh screen. All right. Glassdoor Gamer. All these Xbox and PC guys are always trying to scam people into buying their stuff. The Jehovah's Witness of gaming. Have a good show. I think you had that meme. I think he has that meme. I think it was Glassdoor Gamer had that meme on Twitter. Like the Jehovah's Witness trying to buy Xbox. I know what you mean, man. I seen that also. Now out of the blue, guys who for like the last 4 years was writing Xbox hard. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you want a console? Buy a PC. I'm like, wait a minute. You were hyping Xbox for 4 years. Now you're switching up and telling people to buy PC, and I have people talk to me telling me, oh, it's because he realizes, PC is much better. But I'm like, PC was already better than Xbox before the gen started. Like a lot of the reasons people use for PC now, PC already had, at least from an Xbox perspective, right? If you were looking for Xbox Series X console, PC was already better before it launched. PC had day one games. That was announced before the gen started. So you knew you were getting all the Xbox games day one, right? PC has Game Pass, which is cheaper. Hell, PC got from Microsoft a timed exclusive game from their own catalog, which was Gears of War Tactics. That was on PC first before the console. All this happened before the Series X launch. So if people are talking about, oh yeah, we realize it's better, like you should have realized that like 4 or 5 years ago before the gen started. Like nothing changed. The only thing that changed maybe is just more PlayStation games on PC. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Xbox, why did you get an Xbox Series X to begin with when PC was already better based on what you're saying today? That's why I call bullshit. Like, no. What you realized is Xbox is dog shit. That's what you realize. You realize Microsoft is treating Xbox like dog shit. You realize the future of Xbox hardware is in flux. You're not sure what they're going to do. You're not sure when they're going to release it. You're not sure what they're going to release. And even if they did release it, you're not sure how long they're going to support it. There's just a lot of influx with Xbox. So you went to PC because you don't trust Xbox with hardware anymore. That's why you went to PC. But don't give me this bullshit about free online, day and day games. All that shit was there between Xbox and PC. It was there from the start. You could have been saved yourself the misery. The difference between back then and now is now we're putting them games on PlayStation. You asking yourself, who the hell's gonna buy an Xbox when the games are on PlayStation? And chances are, and you already see the sales of the Xbox. The sales are trash. So you're like, people hardly buying Xbox now. Imagine next gen when all the games are on PlayStation. Like it's even gonna get worse. So the future of Xbox console just doesn't look good. That's why you left, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. But say that. Don't come up with this, so much benefits of PC. The benefits was already there from the get-go before the gen launch. Just simply say, listen, Microsoft messed up. The console doesn't look appetizing anymore. In fact, they're making it worse. Every day you look at it, it looks like shit. And there's just more shit that comes on. And it's like, this is the most unappealing product ever. So they go to PC. Just say that. Just say your Xbox looks like unappealing trash. Because Microsoft just doesn't give a crap about it. It just looks like ass. You know, you don't know if it's how long it's going to be supported. Even if they do release a new console, nothing says within 2 years they just stop and realize, man, this is really bad for us. Oh, my man got the wine. He ready to let loose.
Oh, it's actually water. I just keep the wine bottle. We talked about this last time, remember?
This guy, nah, he got wine. He lying.
I don't actually drink alcohol. Funny thing about me.
Really?
Yeah, don't actually drink alcohol. My father went a little bit too hard on the alcohol when I was a child. So I decided maybe I'll stay away from the bottle. There you go.
Man. It might be
childhood
genetic.
trauma, making you a better man every day.
Man, just stay hydrated. Shout out to
There
you.
you
Good
go.
for you. Good for you, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, son. Thank you.
Brian East with the $10 super chat. Thank you. The kicker is that Cerny himself said that PS is approaching the limit of their graphics upgrade and felt they could advance AI upscaling more. The fit cards are proving him right again. I think.
Wait till you all see. I don't know if Hip Hop Gamer, shout out to him, will put that video back up. Wait till you see their advanced AI upscaler that you will be paying more money for. Once you see that,
is it the one? Is it the one where he showed like the remastering thing?
Yeah. That wait till you. That's in early stages. So
I didn't like that though. I didn't like those graphics or image. I don't know if that was. I think from that was from Hip Hop Gamer, but it looked like AI just sugarcoating. It just didn't look.
That's what it is.
It just didn't look right.
It's in its early stage.
Yeah, it's like remastering. It just didn't look right. And some scenes, like, it looked like a regular street. Like, take, for example, I think they showed Cyberpunk, but Cyberpunk went from, like, the Cyberpunk aesthetic to, like, it looked like the street on my block. I was like, this don't look appealing driving around. It does. It looked like my regular neighborhood. Like, it lost the aesthetic of Cyberpunk. Like, whatever it did, it took away. Now it looks like me driving down the street in my own car. It just didn't look.
But it'll rebuild. It'll rebuild it. That's the whole. It's not like they're going to release it as it was. It was just they were literally just showing you what it is capable of to start with, where they're starting at. But it won't be around for about another 2 to 3 years. But that's where that's kind of where they're headed.
Let that
once
cook for 20
really
years.
Get to see it.
20 years. That shit needs 2 decades. Let that cook for 2 decades. Because I was like,
hey, listen, man, 2 lifetimes. Okay, I don't want to see AI in my generation. As an artist and a creative, every time I see just an AI generated image, I throw up a little bit on the inside.
No, man.
Yeah, like man.
Blaze, he just out here rocking, chilling, supporting the channel. Sony baby, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for coming through.
You know what, Blaze? Every
Blaze,
time on the podcast now.
Blaze knows he could jump on.
Yeah, you should jump on.
Yeah, he knows that.
I'm gonna have a juice every single time that Blaze is here, so he can guess it. Because last time he guessed my orange juice.
Did he?
I'm gonna get creative. Yeah. I had juice in the house before.
What was that orange juice you had?
It was a beautiful orange juice, but he asked whether he had pulp or no pulp. You know. So yeah, this time I'm gonna throw you off, Blaze. Nah, just a little bit, just like a little bit. Mostly no pulp.
But he guessed the brand or he guessed the type?
No. He just guessed the juice. You know, it was orange juice.
He knows what
obvious.
Juice. Okay.
No. He just guessed that it was orange juice, which is obvious. But I'm saying next time it's gonna be harder. I'm gonna get like a juice that isn't. He's gonna have to guess the ingredients. It's gonna be our game, Blaze. Watch me.
Like pomegranate.
That should be funny. You're gonna have to be like that. Shit has celery, mint, strawberry, apples,
the stuff you
and
make
orange.
Yourself.
There you go. Yeah. Gotta make a cocktail.
And Jimmy Harrison with the $10 super chat. Thank you, my brother. It says, "Damn good to see you, brothers. Best damn show." You know, it's the cast. You know what I'm saying? That cast is makes it so good, right? But shout out to the cast. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the likes. Shout out to the shares. We're gonna kick it off with.
Were we talking about the Ryan McCaffrey thing?
The who? What's happening?
The Ryan thing with the PC thing?
We could do a little small talk with that.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about because I missed it. I was getting my food.
Sure, let's talk about it. Shout out to Ryan McCaffrey.
So Ryan McCaffrey said that if you can only afford one console, get a PC. And
that's not a console.
It's interesting, yes, on the premise that at the first it's not a console. You know, I honestly thought, why don't you just do what you cowboys usually do and take refuge with the Switch? Like, whenever they want to switch up, that's where they go, right? They just want to be like, yep, we can just hide behind the shield of Nintendo, even though we are not Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you want to be miserable, okay, and everybody has the same equal right for misery as anybody else, okay?
Here we go.
All right. If you want to be miserable,
wait. Before go on. Wait.
you're gonna make me
Now
the center stage again.
There you go. Now you can do what you want.
There we go. All right, cool.
There you go. Now you got this.
If you want to be miserable, okay, and it's okay. A lot of people carry self-hatred in their heart. It's all right. It's a thing we all work on. We could go to therapy, or you could get a PC and just validate those negative feelings, those intrusive thoughts. Why did you buy for that card that is way too expensive and gives you hardly any of the performance? Why do you have to use DLSS and you double your frame rate artificially in order to have a big number that makes you happy? It makes you feel better than others, even though in reality it's all fake. Why are you supporting if you're like a woman with Botox? They're just fake lips, just fake jaws, just fake. And at the end of the day, it's an ugly result than when you started. That's what PC is. It's just ugly. And then it burns. It just sets itself on fire. It literally, your money just burning up. When you could have gotten yourself one of 3 really satisfying consoles. You could have gotten yourself the Nintendo Switch OLED or the Nintendo Switch 2 coming up. You could have gotten yourself a PlayStation 5 base, perfectly fine and reasonable. Or you could have done yourself a huge favor and gotten yourself a PlayStation 5 Pro. You had 3 really good options, but you decided to go PC when you wanted a console, which is just like me wanting speakers but getting headphones. It's just not something you're supposed to do, Or me downgrading to a soundbar. Threw up a little bit in my mouth right there. You see, that is what you do when you go to PC. It's a huge downgrade. It's a manifestation of self-hatred. But if you want to do that, just like every human has an inalienable right to pursue happiness, you have your freedom to pursue misery. Okay? Go ahead and do that, and if you like it, I love it for you. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right. So let me see. Nibs, of course. Let's look at this. He clipped something of Ryan McCaffrey. Let's see why he originally says. Let's see. From penny pinching far cheaper mid-gen refresh setups and being console first to now pushing far more expensive PC.
I'm still not buying one. I don't have a PS4 Pro either. I have vanilla PS4, vanilla Xbox One, only because for me, if I'm going to do it in either way, I want the 4K TV to go with it. I don't have a 4K TV yet. They're getting cheaper. There's this TCL P series that's $600, but it's still, when you throw tax in on both, so you're talking $650 for the TV. You're talking $550 for an Xbox One with tax. So it's an investment. It's not an insignificant amount of money and I know it's like, yes, the X does have benefits, down sample, super sampled image, but I'm not paying $500 unless I'm getting the full 4K benefits. So.
If you're going for one console, make it a gaming PC. From suggesting Xbox Portable is totally not viable, saying it's a great strategy once it seems like it's part of
Arajoy says, what's the viability of an Xbox One portable console? The Nintendo Switch is a hit but lacks the third-party support, and Microsoft has the opportunity to come back big by releasing a handheld capable of running the same Xbox One software as the S and X. Lacking new getaway innovative IP success this generation, Microsoft is in a hard place. Microsoft has the best platform features among the competition, and with Xbox Play Anywhere, why don't they try some unique hardware where Sony is not competing?
If that ship sailed a long time ago, not only Sony failed with the PSP and then the Vita. I know you can argue if it's a failure or not, but it's gone today. Let's put it that way.
It's similar to what we're arguing about. I'm with you. Don't worry.
So you're fighting Nintendo, and more to the point, now you're fighting smartphones. Why? That is a battle you almost certainly cannot win, even with Microsoft's resources. So no, I think the X-Boy ship sailed a long time ago. The relative success that they've had with the Series S and getting people into the Xbox ecosystem that way, and they're looking at that going, okay, and we see the rise of handheld gaming in the form of, obviously not just the Switch, but the Steam Deck and all these other Windows gaming handheld PCs now. So I think it just
keep that point in mind, because we're going to talk about that as a topic too. So picture what he said: the rise of success in PC handheld gaming. That's because that's a topic in of itself.
This makes perfect sense, and I think the ceiling is a lot higher on a handheld Xbox that's maybe Series S level in terms of horsepower than the ceiling of going above the Series X and just aiming for throwing more teraflops at the problem. I definitely applaud Microsoft's strategy here, and I will absolutely buy a handheld Xbox, an X-Boy, if you will. So no, I think the X-Boy ship sailed a long time ago.
From understanding cross-gen drawbacks to buying into Phil Spencer's held back is a meme comment to reversing it.
Eventually, you were talking about it earlier, Tim, with smartphones. There is a cutoff where eventually you're going to have apps that just can't run on older hardware. So for me, the sooner the better, because the X clearly has a ton of power in it, and the sooner that games can stop having to be coded for the 1.8 teraflop Xbox One and can be coded for the 6 teraflop Xbox One X, the better looking and more incredible experiences we're going to get.
I was wrong to drink the current gen, won't hold back next gen Kool-Aid. I've talked to enough people now. It might make sense for some games, but not AAA systems, so those kinds of big budget productions. From understanding the importance of exclusives to when disregarding them once Xbox started transitioning to a multi-platform strategy. Man, this guy's
literally the last thing are the exclusive games. And they're coming. They're still not here yet. But that's, if all these new studios can actually start delivering not 7 out of 10 games, not 8 out of 10 games, but 9s and 10s, as Sony has so masterfully done over the last generation, and the talent's there. Like I'm hoping, the Forzas and the Fables and the Starfields and the Elder Scrolls and the Halos and the Gears are going to be these 9 and 10 out of 10 games. If Microsoft finally starts delivering those, I'm not saying they're going to suddenly, just overtake Sony, but it really will. It really is the revenge of the Xbox in a sense of they've really turned the ship around, and it's been really exciting over the beginning of this generation so far.
Finally, why does anyone even fucking care if a game is on more platforms than the black toy box you decide to buy? Are people that care? Oh man, this guy's getting ripped apart, bro. Like holy shit, bro, do you not have, I don't know, man, Ryan, do you not have your own personal thoughts that you stick to and believe in and stuff? Holy cow, he backtracked on everything. Literally, I could, if you're gonna backtrack, at least backtrack for the winning side. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna backtrack, I never seen someone backtrack for the losing team. I heard of there's fair weather fans, right? The fans that are for teams that always win. 1 year you're this team, and then the next year you're a fan of this team. You're like, wait a minute, weren't you a fan of that other team? No, I was always a fan of this team. They constantly pick the winning team. I never seen foul weather fans, people who love fucked up weather. I never seen that. If you're gonna do this, backtrack for the team that's winning. Don't backtrack for the team that's losing and irrelevant. I never seen no shit like that. Foul weather fans, that shit don't make sense. You're changing your stances over the team that's losing. That means you're a loser. This shit is weird and stuff. And I don't understand. I don't understand what they're getting out of this, because there's not a lot of people, unless them super chats and Patreons are kicking. Then again, they're not spending their money on Xbox, so they must be spending their money on Patreons. I don't know. Maybe it's that.
There you go.
I don't know. But I can't see how at a certain point you don't be man, I gotta stop saying stupid shit for Xbox because these guys suck ass. Why am I saying stupid stuff? They don't even give a damn about their own brand. Why should I? This shit, this is weird.
Here's the thing. Is it that the Xbox attracts the shields, or is it that the shields are naturally attracted to Xbox? We'll never know. It's like the bird and the egg. You don't know which is which, but somehow that's the situation. Oh, and by the way, I'm not talking about his looks, but listen, Ryan looks like a man that is a firmware update. Okay, because I just feel like he just hadn't downloaded the firmware in order to tell you, like, hey, exclusives are good this day. No, exclusives are actually bad. Hey, we should do an X-Boy. Hey, we actually shouldn't.
I don't know.
It just seems like he just downloaded different firmware, because you see, each time he is just as convicted. He has just as much conviction for the thing that is opposite. It looks like a firmware update to me. It looks like a firmware update. Like today is the light theme. It's the black theme today. You just choose light or dark. You just
like both. He was convinced. Oh yeah, Exploits is done. Oh yeah, Exploits is great, and he's convinced for both. I never see someone. Man, pick a stance, bro. Like wow.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, a lot of the Xbox shields are like that. They just seem to get firmware updates. And you know what? Some of them glitch out. Sometimes there's just something. There's a crack in the matrix. And that's how my boy Doctor pokes his head out and he's like, nah, I can't be doing this. But then he goes right back to them. It's like that woman. She for the streets, but she got that thing you like, and you just keep going back like an addiction. Okay, that's what Game Pass is to my boy Doc Dark. Shout out Doc Dark, Game Pass. Game Pass. Got it on my PC, but my Xbox is gonna go away soon. So there you go.
That's it, man. I don't know. So it's just and you're starting to see that energy. What's weird, this is what I really don't understand. If you're a console gamer, all right, got it. You thought the Xbox was gonna be something, or you were hoping. It failed. Okay. Now all of a sudden, no other console is an option. Nintendo Switch 2 is not an option. Maybe you wait, see how that is.
Abandon ship.
PlayStation, nope. Now the whole console industry is trash. It's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No exclusives. Everything's terrible because Xbox.
I mean, you've heard them say this so many times, right? They keep saying, "Oh, the industry isn't growing." Specifically talking about the console industry, but then I look at PC, they're going at an exponential rate, and I'm like, "Wow, that's fantastic how that market dynamic works." They're doing great, But it's like, yeah, console is doomed. It's like, really though, really?
Oh man,
they're going to say.
Go ahead.
But they're going to say things to help offset. Their audience is not happy with what Xbox is doing and what's happening, so they're saying, "Oh well," they just want they want to say things that keep Xbox relevant. So now it's Xbox is doing this because the market is doomed. Xbox is doing this because it's the way of the future. Xbox is doing this because exclusives are stupid. I mean, we can keep going back and forth, but that's ultimately what it is about.
Yeah, Craig, they always say Xbox is just ahead of its time. They're so far ahead that they always need to come back and backtrack and swing the other way. Like,
I agree. Yeah,
I've never seen people praise a company for being ahead of the curve, but then the curve is actually just a full-on circle. They just come all the way back.
Oh, man. That's just so funny. They're so far ahead of the game. They don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah,
listen, they are the master of business leadership. They're just going around in a circle.
But when they put Call of Duty on Game Pass, that was supposed to shift people into Game Pass, and it didn't work because people just, and that's why Phil Spencer, people laughed at what he said about them losing that generation, but he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. Once people were able to take things along with them, so to speak, like he was saying, that was the end. Like, so they knew it then, but Phil still did the Hail Mary. I mean, he did the Doug Flutie. And they get one of the most popular online games, if not the most popular, and it's supposed to shift people into what they're doing, and it didn't work. So now all of a sudden, all these games are going to start to come over at a faster, more exponential rate. So that's what you're seeing. But no, I agree that the fact, and I think a lot of the pushback that was going on online was from the Xbox gamers that went to PC and they thought PC would be the top of the line. So they keep saying, well, Sony's going to do day and date on PC. And shout out to Reforged Gaming. If you see or hear Sony saying they're going to hire for parallel developments he's right about that. That's when they're going to go day and date on PC because they have to bring in more people. But ultimately, if they don't do these things, and they do have Sony Publishing, which is in China, and they're saying, hey, look, we can't get into China with our consoles because it's a PC saturated market. This is what we're doing. But what they want to say is everybody just shipped into PC so that this will force Sony to do what Microsoft is doing. That's ultimately what they want. And make no mistake about it, they don't want to have to sit back and have a 4090 or 5090 or 4080 or whatever. And when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, they're just going to be looking at everybody else playing it. And they're going to be playing Banana, and everybody else is going to be playing Grand Theft Auto. They don't want that. So it's like, well, if it gets delayed, I've heard them say this. If Grand Theft Auto gets pushed into 2026, then there's a very good chance it'll come out on PC the same day. That's literally what they are going around saying. Even though Sony has said China Hero, these are Chinese developers, they want to put their games out on PC because their PC market in China is huge. Even though they have said that, it is, oh no, Sony's going to publish Lost Souls Aside, and it's going to be day and date because that's what they're doing, even though it's specifically for China. So that's just, it is, well, how do we keep Xbox relevant? And the way you keep them relevant is to say, well, yeah, they're ahead of the curve. They're a rocket ship, and you still have a steam engine. I mean, you can say whatever. So y'all still in steam engine times, and everybody's got a rocket. Is what they're trying to say. So it's silly at this point.
So let me use this super chat real quick. Because this super chat kind of expressed my point. So and it kind of alludes to what you just said, Craig. Vic Vanfair, thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna hit that like. It says gaming media thought they can be king maker because they 100% pick Xbox this gen, but don't realize they don't have any influence in the industry. Now you brought a good point. They're trying to influence gamers to see if they could get more onto PC to shift the balance. Because here's the truth. Two indicators where Sony will go day and date. Everybody say, oh, it's going to happen, and they just saying it just to saying it. But the thing is, they don't give a date, they don't give a time frame. Even, is it going to happen this gen, by the end of this gen? Is it going to be the start? They don't say nothing. So it could happen like in 2045, and then they'll come out, see I was right. But they won't do that to me. Until I hear something a little bit more specific, like when I said day and date, not day and date, but when I said Microsoft is going to put games on PlayStation, I said the PS5. I just didn't know when because that was too much of a prediction. But I said if it's going to happen, we're going to see it in the PS5 gen. And I was talking shit about it's going to be great to play Halo and Gears right along Uncharted and The Last of Us. That was my little thing. But I knew if it's happening in the PS5 gen. We can't even get that from the day and day guys. They mentioned no time frame, nothing. So it could happen 20 years from now. And if it does happen 20 years from now, oh, look, we were right. But I'm going to say this. There's two indicators that Sony's going full day and day across the board, everything. Indicator number one is you start seeing like what Craig said, hiring for parallel development because you need more people. They can't do day and day with what they got. That they don't have enough people. What the people they have, the people that they have is to make games for PlayStation. That's who they have across the board. Nix's helps ports games. But Nix's help ports every third-party game, so they just have to do what they do for porting. Each studio doesn't have a full staff to do same-day multiplayer. So that's number one, right? Number two, the next indicator is console sales. That's literally the number one indicator. That's why Microsoft is doing what they're doing, because their console sales suck. If for whatever reason, at any gen, if PlayStation consoles aren't selling because maybe the new industry doesn't want consoles anymore, maybe there's huge investments in cloud technology, I don't know. But if there's something that causes PlayStation console sales to shrink, not sell good, which means Sony cannot get the market share that they're normally used to, that's going to cause them to go multiplat. Because the reality is, what makes a company who had a platform hardware go multiplat is when their hardware doesn't sell. And they can't rely on that market share.
Their market
shrank. So they're gonna take the next best option, which is make money simply off of software, just like a normal third party. You go third party when your market strategy fails. That's it. But as long as PlayStation consoles are selling off the hook, they're not going to change much on that. That's their big thing, right? So with that point of gaming media, right, trying to influence, here's the problem. They're not trustworthy, reliable anyway. PlayStation guys are not going to listen to them. Anybody that listens to them is either already have PC and they're just trying to hype up the algorithm, or they're an Xbox gamer, which there aren't that many to begin with. But most PlayStation gamers are going to listen. It's not going to listen to them. They're not going to listen to Ryan McCaffrey. He's been talking shit, popping that shit about Xbox for 4 years. What makes him think he could convince a PlayStation gamer to not buy a PlayStation and go for PC? They're not listening to you. You were giving bad advice and bad stuff to begin with. Most PlayStation gamers ain't going to listen to these guys. They're just not. So they don't really have the clout to shift and be like, oh, buy a PC. That's my recommendation. Wait a minute. Aren't you the dude that recommended Xbox Series S? Didn't you say Xbox Series S was just as good as a PS5? Didn't you say Xbox was 60 frames and PS5 was 30 frames? Didn't you say Xbox was going to have exclusives? Didn't you say that it's only 4 games? Now you're saying exclusives are bad? Why should I listen to you when you consistently said nonsense for 4 years?
That was a previous firmware update. That was a previous firmware update. You need to update to the latest. Get on like Adobe Creative Cloud, download the latest update. You'll be fine.
Ouch. But you see what I'm saying? They said so much nonsense for 4 years. They think they have a trustworthy source. The only people that are signing with them, it's not even because they trust them. It's only because they're saying the things they want to hear, right? Oh, PC's great. So obviously every PC gamer is going to side with that. They don't care if they're a fraud. They don't care for the last 4 years they've been pushing bullshit information. As long as they're saying PC is great, the best platform, PC gamers are going to flock to it. Because at least they're saying what they want to hear. As far as Xbox gamers, hears, all they care is for a content creator or an influencer to not mention PlayStation. Don't admit PlayStation's the better product. They're fine if they tell them, you know why, Xbox didn't do good, but PC's great. To them, that's Microsoft. Team Microsoft. Good enough. But don't say PlayStation. If you're a console gamer, yeah, you're gonna want to get a PlayStation. That's the console to go. If you're a console, if you want a console, or even at least like you said, Extreme, Switch 2, because that might be new. It might be better. Mm-hmm. Give it a chance. Wait till it comes out.
It's perfectly
reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. But at least it's a console in a way, right? It's a handheld, but it's definitely closer to a console than a PC is. But you don't go, oh, you want a console? Oh yeah, here's a PC. Like, whoa, buddy, I said console. Like, that's not a console. That's a gaming PC. I don't want to deal with all that stuff. But of course, they won't do it. Because the best console to get, if you want a console, is the one that actually people are buying. That's why it sells a lot. People know what the best console is. It's the PlayStation. But it's just crazy.
Hey, let me say this. Yeah, let me say this before I bounce out of here. Another thing that happened in this generation is that the influencers, Xbox gave them more access than Sony did. If you can go back to what that crazy girl Froskin was saying, Xbox, is giving us things. Or not maybe it wasn't her, it was somebody else's Xbox is giving us things, and Sony doesn't give me shit. And that's ultimately, so they're going to gin up the people who are giving them the most access. It'd be like if you were I remember somebody who did who used to review movies, and she saw this movie called the third X-Men, the Apocalypse movie, which everybody says is the worst X-Men movie of all time. But because they gave her early access, they let her on the set. When she did the review for it, she specifically said, oh, no, it was a really good movie, because they gave her early access. So ultimately, when these influencers, what they need to get you to click on their videos and watch them is to get access so that you come to watch it. It could be something as simple as somebody getting TVs, how they do the TV comparisons. Well, they only get those TVs for maybe 10 to 15 days, and they have to take them back to the stores. But hey, you want to see a comparison before you buy the TV? Here, they put a video up about it. So it's that's ultimately with influencers, is about access, because access will drive eyeballs to the product. And Microsoft gave the influencers, beginning of this generation, granted them more access. We know about the parasocial relationships that Microsoft and these influencers, they were together on things. That's why they were saying stuff like, oh, well, it's, that's not what they told us. And, they didn't say anything about this. It's kind of like you're talking like you had these one-on-one conversations with them. And then they turn around and say, well, we did. All right, well, now, that's what happened here. Just, wanting access to get views to click on your channel, it'd be no different, Porter Rock, than like I'm an aviation enthusiast and the Air Force gives me access to their plane. So I'm going to gin that up. And, and the Marines don't. The Marines won't let me near the F-35. The Marines won't let me near their Harrier, So what am I going to do? I'm going to constantly talk up the Air Force because I got access. Whereas at the Marines boo because I don't have access to their whatever, whatever they're doing. So it's the same thing. It's just they're doing it differently. That's it, guys. That's the best way I can describe it to you. So if you want to look at it subjectively, if you want to fanboy on it, I can't help you. But ultimately, that's what this has always been about. So it doesn't matter if it's a truck, if it's a car, if it's a TV. It doesn't matter. Whoever gives you the access into that ecosystem, you're going to gin up the most. And if you don't believe me, you can look. I give you Colt Eastwood. Okay, I give you Mr. Boomstick. They were able to, I give you Paris. I mean, you can just look at it. They get access to Microsoft's executive teams, Xbox's executive teams, and they gin up the product. So I don't know. I think it's always been there in front of people, but nobody couldn't really see it. That's all I got on that.
Yo, hey, Craig, you brought up something very important. Poto, I will take my apology now. Thank you very much for what you said last week when I told you that, by the way, Craig was wrong when he said that, Phil was right for saying that last generation was somehow going to lock people to that particular gen. And now we are Matt Piscatella said that 84% of the gaming audience does not buy more than one game a year. So you go ahead.
Yeah, but we're not
just
talking
deliver
about
those apologies up to me.
They're all on PC. They're all on PC, dog. And we're not talking about
Wait.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, hey,
They
next
don't
topic.
talk about. Okay,
next topic.
okay, cool. Next topic.
They're all on PC. They're all on PC. They're all playing. Yeah. They're all playing banana. That's what they're not
hey, this is what your man. This is what your man does when he's wrong. That's last week's topic.
That was the last firmware update. I got a new firmware update.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. Phil was wrong. Like I said, I'm not capping for the wrong team. Phil was absolutely wrong. I don't know what's going on. All right, I was off my meds. Man. I'm gonna claim PTSD. Exactly. All right, hey. All right.
You downloaded that NVIDIA software last week.
I got a new update. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be careful. You got these NVIDIA cards.
You synchronize again with the PlayStation servers. You synchronize with the PlayStation servers.
Listen. It's that I didn't have my DualSense Edge at the time.
Hey, there you go.
Now I got it. I'm right as rain.
Get that Portal too. Keep you honest. You can't lie to a black woman in the house.
It looks really good, man.
There you go. There you go.
It's looking sexy.
Hey, listen, man. If we get Portal to buy a Portal, that's a victory. That's crazy work.
It's looking sexy.
The fact he's even considering it.
That thing looks. I saw it. I'm like, man, that shit looks. The Portal looks really good in black.
Hey,
it does.
Listen,
it's just something about it.
The screen is fantastic.
Man,
the screen is fantastic. It's great.
Fantastic. I might ask my wife for a Christmas gift. Because I already asked for Christmas gifts.
There you go. In July, Christmas in July.
Christmas. Oh, that's my birthday, so I could do that too. All right, we'll see.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
All right, let's do this. Topic: Fable Delayed to 2026. Okay. Here we go. Let me read the article. Want me to put up on the screen? Yeah.
Of course. You got to put it for the people.
Okay.
Put it for the people.
The Verge.
Because otherwise, you could be lying. And we don't lie over here.
I could be fraudulent, yes.
There you go.
I could be very fraudulent. You are absolutely correct. All right. Xbox new Fable game is delayed to 2026. Microsoft is giving Playground Games more time to work on its new Fable game. Tom Warren is a senior. We don't have to describe him. But here we go. Microsoft has decided to delay the release window of its upcoming Fable game to 2026. The Xbox maker originally said last year that Fable could arrive at some point in 2025, but now Xbox Game Studios chief Craig Duncan has provided an update on the game during an appearance on the official Xbox podcast. We previously announced the date for Fable as 2025. We are actually going to give Fable more time and it's going to ship in 2026 now, says Duncan. While I know that's not maybe the news people want to hear, what I want to assure people of is that it's definitely worth the wait. I have unequivocal confidence in the Playground team. We got to see some early gameplay footage of Fable at last year's Xbox Summer Showcase, which was largely focused on the characters and story of the fantasy game. Fable will be centered on a hero named Humphrey who will be forced out of retirement when a mysterious figure from his past threatens Albion's very existence. Microsoft will provide a little more gameplay footage today too. All right, so pretty much, I don't need to read the whole thing. But before we go there, I want to post this. I want to show this. Where is it at? What I do? Oh, here we go. This was 2020 right here, July 2020. This was the reveal.
World premiere.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings. But yours has yet to be written.
All right. So now listen, we did this conversation.
Hold on. Bravo.
Oh, hold on.
Bravo to all of the roadmap people. One more year of a game from 2020 on the roadmap. What a fantastic day. Bravo. It should be a standing ovation. I will stand, but then I'll go beyond the frame. Just well done. I'm so proud for you guys. It's just, listen, can I accept your award? I'll accept it on your behalf. Thank you. On behalf of the roadmappers, this is who we are. We just love games that are forever on the roadmap. We love knowing about games more than 6 years ago. And you know what? This one isn't even cancelled yet. But we're going to do our best to make sure that it stays cancelled, okay? Because if it is cancelled, it's forever on the roadmap, okay? So I just want to accept it for all of the roadmappers. The roadmappers conglomerate, thanks you for forever keeping games delayed, but letting us know about them way too fucking... Matter of fact, let us know about the game before you've even thought of it. That's what we want.
They did! Everwild!
They only thought about the title. They thought about the title. We want to know before they know. We want precognition, okay? What was that movie where they had the precogs?
Oh,
that's
Minority
what we
Report.
want. Minority Report. We want the Minority Report of gaming. Okay, let us know before you know that you don't know what you know. Let us know then. And yes, that might be 27 years away, but that's better for us. We are the roadmappers. We don't care about playing the games. Once they are released, we treat them like conservatives with children. When they're in the womb, that's super important. But as soon as they get out, who the fuck cares what happens? Okay, we are inspired by the conservative parties all around the world. Okay, it's a real movement. We have legitimacy.
How to make it political? No politics. This guy's terrible. Oh my god!
Everything is political.
That you hit one of the topics because I said this subject. We could take this one subject and go down multiple different lanes. That was one of the lanes I want to talk about. So you already started it. The lane of roadmap. This game.
I thought you were going to say the lane of like children abortions versus children social health care.
Like what the hell?
I'm like, damn, we're going there because I can go there. I have lots of thoughts.
No, we're just talking about like you said, the roadmap.
Hey, listen, shout out to all of the people that care about children until they're born. Y'all are doing the same job as roadmappers in games.
Oh man, this is bad. Let me get this back on track. Let's reel it in real quick. But the roadmap, they rely on this roadmap, and I think we all discussed. And I want to hit the brain if he could come chop this up. They keep fumbling the roadmap. Like, what's the point of bragging about the roadmap when they keep stumbling and fumbling? Fable was announced in July of 2020. Now, I know what they're gonna bring up. They're gonna bring up Wolverine. Well, they announced Wolverine in 2021. True, but Insomniac released Rift Apart and Spider-Man 2. So I understand why Wolverine's not out yet because they release other games. You see what I'm saying? So one is this roadmap, the mythical roadmap, and they keep flopping. Like the game gets delayed, or when the game does come out, it's It's
All right. I'm gonna go off on a tangent on a little bit, but I'm gonna try my hardest not to curse.
You gonna jump the chat or something?
No.
Listen, Judge, I don't know if you know, but I just made like abortion references. This podcast is cooked. Curse if you want. No conservative is going to like that joke. Let me tell you, we lost half of the population and then control of his country. So, I say this because I'm from Australia. I'm good. I'm good. I wouldn't even put my face up if I was there.
Oh, shit.
Number one, Fable. I'm still waiting on the ability in Fable to throw a random acorn somewhere in the game, and then in 48 game years, the acorn is now a full-fledged oak tree. I'm still waiting on that. Number two, and unfortunately to me, Fable has never gotten away from the Peter Molyneux curse. And what I mean by that is that to me, Fable was always sold more than what it actually was. To me, Fable was a good game at best. Of course, there's nothing wrong with being a good game, but to me, the way that it was sold as if it was, the next best thing since sliced bread. I played each Fable from Fable 1, Fable 2 to Fable 3, and to me, each Fable got progressively worse than the last one. Whereas the Fable 3, I just said, the hell with it, I don't care about it. But going to your initial question as far as regarding roadmaps, again, me and Em are on the same page with this. I don't see the purpose of telling me about. Number one, I don't understand what's the purpose of telling or advertising a game that from 5 years ago. I forgot that this was was showcased back in 2020, and then we're already in 2025, in July 2025, and it's being delayed to 2026. They showcased the game 6 years prior without actual even game footage. I wonder if they pulled what EA did with what's the name of that game that they got canned for the Iron Man game, but it's not Iron Man with the suits, with the mech suits.
Anthem,
yes.
Right.
Whereas I wonder if Microsoft Game Studios pulled the same nonsense that Anthem did with they weren't actually showing game footage, whereas they just prepare something for a game show, and to just say, hey, we have it, and then we just figure out the details later. I mean, as I said before, unless a game is coming out within 2 years, and to me that is the absolute max, I don't want to hear about it. Just do what you got to do, surprise me so that my expectations aren't high and I'm pleasantly surprised. And when I do see them, there's a good chance that I may buy it. But unfortunately, it's like it's all of this one-upism as to we got to tell you about our game first. So as far as the map could have, as far as I'm concerned, the map could have been a tic-tac-toe board. I mean, a tic-tac-toe board for all I care, because the roadmap is just fucked. So again, I don't have anything positive to say anything relating to Fable, because to me, Fable has always been an issue for me going back to 2001, and just like Microsoft, there's always with Xbox's history, there was always a bad history. They have a history of fuck ups, and that's where I ended it.
Listen, George, you said it. These world maps. You and I, we of course agree on this particular subject. We understand that. Well, you're supposed to be gamers, but it's okay. I'll take up the mantle for the word mappers today. I will present y'all, because no one ever wants to come on the panel and talk to me about the importance of word maps anymore. But it's okay. We also have Wonder Woman coming up, so that'll be another great conversation. But as far as this particular game was revealed for the July 2020 showcase, which preceded the Xbox Series console, and it was basically the advertisement for the Xbox Series.
Launch.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So it was the major showcase for that year to get an Xbox. And I was on Ham Solo's podcast a few weeks ago, and there was a gentleman there. I forget his name. I think it's Matt or something. I think it is Matt. And he said that he wasn't that happy with the PlayStation 5 this gen. And I said, okay. And he said that he has his PlayStation so that he can play the exclusives, because all of his third-party games he plays on the Xbox Series X. And I was like, that's fair enough. And then, he said that basically after 2022 or something, he went like 2 years or a year or so without playing it. And I said, you should have sold it. Like, if it's not serving you, why do you keep it?
Right.
And then, he said that he kept it because he was waiting for Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he had seen it announced and he was waiting for it. And I think that is an issue that I take, and that every gamer should take with these companies. Some people put down their money or do not, hold on to the product in the hopes of receiving something that is on your roadmap. If you could not deliver Spider-Man 2 within a reasonable time frame, which is 18 months, then yeah, you have the right to be mad at Sony, to be like, wait, why didn't I get rid of this thing if this was going to take 3 years instead of just a year or so?
Right.
So people bought the Series X, and imagine someone bought the Series X all the way back in November 2020 for Fable. Now it will be 6 years. There's only in a conventional generation, there's only 2 years left.
Right.
And could you imagine you make that purchase back in 2020 for Fable, and then it's 6 years later that you might get the chance to play it, and by then it's going to run better anyway on the PlayStation 5 Pro. And let's face it, it's going to run better on the PlayStation 5 base. We don't have to pretend that Microsoft doesn't prefer the PlayStation 5 anyway. Right. So this is why it's the issue. And I think that these companies should be sued when they freaking bring out a game like that, and then it takes 6 years. That is way beyond unreasonable. That isn't just like, a little delay. That means that you had nothing. You didn't have any developer on the ground floor making this thing. All you did was hire a pair of CGI artists, and you had them make a trailer, but there was nothing. There was no ground broken on the territory. 6 years, bro. That's ridiculous for a person to have invested their money into a product. This would be like if you bought a car and then they tell you like, hey, we got your car and you can take it home, but there's one wheel missing. Don't worry, we're going to bring you that wheel, but you can use the spare wheel in the meantime. It means that you can't push the car too far, but hey, at least you can take it home with you. You're like, I bet. Then 6 years later, they come and deliver you the final wheel. Bro, you'll be pissed. People are putting their money and making their decisions based on these roadmaps. Gamers should not accept this. But hey, it's okay. I will present the roadmaps.
Hey, you know what? I want to add to that point, and this is not really an attack on anybody specifically that continues to buy Xbox, that continues to buy into the Xbox brand, either with the consoles or even with Game Pass. Because I do think that, especially with this, with the sales of the Xbox Series, regardless if it's the S or the X, being relatively low compared to the Xbox One or the Xbox 360s, whereas people are starting to realize or have realized that, hey, this system isn't really worth it. But to the point at hand, I don't feel bad for that. And the only reason why, I understand your point as far as these gaming companies or any company, because to me that just comes down to false advertisement or just misrepresentation altogether. But anyway, to me, specifically with the Xbox, the reason why I harp on the Xbox is because of the fact that the Xbox has a pattern. They have a history of not delivering games. We can talk about Sony, or people can talk about Sony not really delivering games but to me, that's hyperbole. Xbox has a history of not buying games, and I mean 6 years. The original Xbox generation only lasted 4 years because it was cut short by when Microsoft decided not to support that any longer when they initially revealed the Xbox 360. So you have so this game has been in development longer than what the original Xbox, during this whole entire generation. But my point being is that I don't feel bad for people that bought an Xbox, on the hope of, if they bought it, based on Fable, or if Fable was one of the reasons for them to buy it in the first place, just because of the fact that Xbox has a history of not truly delivering when they're supposed to deliver. So at least on Sony's side, it is more likely that they will provide you with the games. If something is slated to come out on the PlayStation 5, then that game will eventually come out to the PlayStation 5, and I would even argue sooner than later. I mean, we knew that 2025 is here, but we never received an exact date as to when Wolverine is coming out. And as Porter Rock said a little bit earlier, we did receive other games from Insomniac. Matter of fact, we received 2 other games from Insomniac this year. So there's some grace there. But as far as Xbox, there is absolutely zero grace that I would decide to give to it, because of they had so many chances and tries to get things right, and they haven't.
Hey, listen, those tweets that you put up there were savage, but
yeah,
let's go back to that Ryan McCaffrey tweet.
Ryan McCaffrey.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. So for Fable being delayed, he posted me seeing Fable getting pushed to 2026, and he puts the "let them cook" meme, right? But then with Wolverine, he says Wolverine got announced way too early, and for what? Sony was already cruising. They weren't desperate for more first-party games. They are now. Imagine if this wasn't revealed yet, and they could have dropped this exact same reveal at a State of Play this year. It'll hope. You see, it's like too obvious, bro. This shit is ridiculous. This is nonsense.
Listen, do you know what happens there in that 1 month? That is almost exactly 1 month later. Firmware update. We were able to get the programmers to get in the lab and just write him up in new firmware.
Because he's complaining about Wolverine.
1 month. This isn't like years and years ago where you know what they always say. The defense is always like, I changed my mind. I'm allowed to change my mind. That's what Paris says. Mr. Yellow Chair. Yeah, I changed my mind. Okay, my mind was changed. It changed. It's such a beautiful mind. It changes on a dime. Okay, but I stand behind everything that I say. I stand behind them all. Unless I change it, then I stand behind the new thing. But then the old thing was still correct. I just changed it. It went from correct to being more correct. It was so correct that I auto-corrected to the more correct mind. The mind is changed. Okay, I changed my beautiful mind. It's beautiful. It's scintillating. You should see inside of it. It's wonderful. It's such a bigly mind. That's Paris.
It sounded like Trump, man. But yo, this is wild because I didn't even realize the date. I'm like, wait a minute. This is this year.
1 month later. You can't even use that. Like, firmware update, Ryan. That's what they should call him. They should call him.
That is wild. So January 22nd, 2025, he said Wolverine got announced way too early. But in February 2025, a month later, he's like, "Oh, just let him cook." So Wolverine can't cook. Apparently, that was just announced too early. But a game that was announced earlier than Wolverine, hell, the console wasn't even out. Xbox Series X wasn't even out yet.
Hey, listen, Microsoft is a software company. They hit him up with that firmware update. Okay, he just went over there, plugged himself in there, used that Microsoft OneDrive. Okay, and there you go.
Now check out some of the cadence of the pretty much the roadmap. Forza Motorsport announced July 23rd, 2020, came out 3 months later. Hellblade 2 announced December 2019, came out 4 years, 5 months later. Avowed 4 years, 7 months later. Let's see. Fable 4 announced July 23rd, 5 years, 5 months from announcement, and it ain't coming out until next year, so that'll be 6 years. Perfect Dark
that's even better.
Yeah, Perfect Dark announced December 11, 2020, and it's still not out. It's been over 4 years.
That's
Project Mara, it doesn't even have a name. It's still a project.
That's what we want. Remember, I just told you, as a road mapper, we want to know about the project before you know the name. Bravo, Microsoft.
5 years.
Bravo, Microsoft.
Wow, man. State of
That's so
3.
brave.
Oh man, this
so
is
courageous.
This is out. Clockwork Revolution. What happened to that game? Did it come out? Clockwork Revolution?
Not yet. But we can't clap yet. That's only been a year. We can't clap yet.
Right. Yeah, I gotta wait till what? 3 years or 4 years? When it deserves a clap? 4 years?
It deserves a clap at least beyond 18 months. A for extreme. You can't listen to that asshole. Okay, we gotta go beyond 2 years. Then, as word mappers, we start to love it. Okay. Our favorite game coming out this year, Lost Soul Aside. It's been about 7 years, but as soon as it comes out, we're not gonna play it. We're not gonna play it. We don't play games.
I'm playing it.
There you go. No, you're a gamer. You're a gamer. You're gonna be a word mapper. You're gonna be a word mapper.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care. I can't be a road mapper. I'm not a road mapper.
You're gonna be a word mapper.
You just care about the announcements and the ones that is released.
Listen. We care about it when it's in the womb. But as soon as it passes that gate and it is released into the world, we don't want anything to do with it. Okay, that game can die. Okay, it can die. It doesn't matter. We won't get distracted again. But yeah, hey, listen, Microsoft, thank you so much for, as a word mapper, representing us, understanding our plight. Okay, and understanding that all we want to know is about these games. Tell us, Project Mara sounds great. Tell us. In fact, you've been doing a great job. You even told us about the next generation Xbox. We don't have any fucking idea what it is. You don't have any fucking idea what it is. It was the perfect time to say something about it. You know what, Sarah Bond? Big, beautiful Black Queen. Just wonderful. Wonderful. For word mappers everywhere, thank you. Thank you. The biggest leap in technology that we've ever seen. Those are words to die on. We love them. They keep us warm at night. Okay, this whole podcast will be coming up again and again and again because it's a word mappers podcast. Okay, we're gonna create it. The word mappers. It is for what we want. Wonder Woman got canceled. Do you know what that means? Forever on the word map. We love it. Because hey, it could come back. It could come back. It could be revived. Forever on the word map, okay? Never say never, okay? Just like Emmanuel with Beyonce, never say never, okay? You don't know. It's on the word map too. That kiss, it's on the word map, okay? We put it right there. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Microsoft.
Shout out to Gordo P23 for the super chat. Says, speaking of games being revealed too early, y'all remember Blade? Okay. Hopefully, man. You know what? That's gonna lead to another combo about comics. But it's funny because I remember articles talking about Fable. So this one's from 2022. Put it up on the screen. Fable development is slow due to Playground's inexperience with RPGs, says former designer. Initially developed by Lionhead Studios and helmed by famous game creator Peter Molyneux, the Fable series is a collection of RPGs set in a fantasy world. The Fable franchise proved to be popular with fans of RPGs and fantasy settings, though it seemed like there wouldn't be any new entries in the series after 2016 saw the close of Lionhead Studios and the cancellation of Fable Legends. However, in 2020, Fable fans were given a teaser for a new entry in the franchise known to many as Fable 4. The new game is being developed by Playground Games, a studio mostly known for the Forza Horizon games. Despite many calling the game Fable 4 2, it seems that the newest entry will reboot more than a direct sequel. Since Microsoft's announcement that a new Fable is coming, though there haven't been any new updates for the upcoming RPG. Some believe that Playground Games do not want to repeat the mistakes of games like Scalebound and show off a trailer for Fable long before the game will be ready for release. One former designer at Playground may have a different explanation for the lack of news on Fable 4 though. According to the recent interview with former combat designer Juan Fernandez, Fable's development is taking its time due to Playground's inexperience with RPGs. Playground is a series company, very organized and production driven, Fernandez began. Every 2 years, they release a Forza Horizon with incredible quality. Though he then went on to say that the company wanted to expand with something different, and that it lacked the people with knowledge of open world RPG systems and what made them work. Fernandez was one of the people brought on to help Playground better understand open world action RPG and what made them attractive to gamers. He described their attitudes at Playground as doing more with less and ambitious. According to Fernandez, the technical foundations have been laid out for Fable, though there's no indication on a possible release window or time when fans can see some gameplay. This news may not be great for fans hoping to see Fable 4 sooner rather than later, though this does indicate the Playground game is taking its time to ensure the next Fable title is done right, with plenty of fans speaking on the changes they want to see returning elements from early Fable games like the Heroes Guild. Playground Games seems to rightly take its time to ensure fans' disappointment is unlikely as possible. Then, if that wasn't enough, another article came out. And I'll post this one. And this is on Fable also. This one was... not allowed. Get off. Get out of here.
Oh, you're gonna enable those notifications. You get no choice. They grayed out the other option. Are you muted? I think you're muted.
Okay, like no's not an option. Like no's not an option. You must hit yes. Like it gives you the option, but you can't actually take it.
It's grayed out.
Yeah.
It's grayed out.
Xbox reboot reportedly stumbling into development problems. It's been 2 years since Xbox revealed that Fable reboot is in development, and the project doesn't appear to be in a great place. Playground Games have kept very hush about the project since it was officially unveiled via a teaser trailer. All we know is that the reboot is set to release on Xbox Series XS and PC eventually. In September, Microsoft Studios head Matt Booty mentioned that he was excited by what he's seen of the project, adding that he couldn't wait to get to show more to fans. Just last month, though, it was reported that an extra developer had been drafted in to help out. Eidos Montreal is supposedly assisting on the game due to how slowly it's progressing. Even still, the game appeared to have stumbled into some developmental problems. Xbox users will finally be able to get their hands on Starfield. Oh, that's another comment. All right. According to Windows Central Jess Gordon, several Microsoft projects are struggling, including Fable 4 and ongoing development Halo Infinite. And we saw Halo Infinite got canceled due to internal politics surrounding video game engines. Funny, because Halo Infinite, they decided to go with the Unreal 5 engine.
Internal politics. Please get politics out of gaming.
Oh, shit, yo. Microsoft are reportedly insisting on using their own engines as opposed to those widely used across the industry like Unreal Engine. Well, we saw that was a change for Halo. They changed their mind on that one. Fable 4 is thought to be using a brand new custom engine while Halo Infinite uses a Swiss space engine. The issue is developers must be trained in using these engines, which takes time. Report claims that many are exiting the project midway through, which then means the training process has to begin all over again. The problem regarding Halo Infinite are by no means a secret. After years of promising fans that a split-screen co-op would be added to the game, the feature was canceled earlier this year, 5 years after it was first announced. That's a long time to string things along. I wouldn't expect to see any major changes.
Hey, that feature being canceled was great for the word mappers, okay? Because again, it could still happen, okay? And we have hope over here. That's what we're defined by, okay? We're defined by little dot points on the list and then copious amounts of hope. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It could come by modders could do it. You know, we love PC now. Word mappers and PC community, we tight.
Let the modders do it.
We tight. Let the modders do it.
Glassdoor Gamer, thank you for the super chat. Glassdoor says, Xbox management so bad, they made a car racing studio make a single player game. First time doing it, and they gave them Fable. I know.
Hey, listen.
That's true.
But maybe, you know what? But maybe it would have been better let them do their own IP, because Horizon, you know, but it was a new IP. Like, Guerrilla didn't take over like a treasured IP. They said, we're just going to do our own thing. So that way you're not within the confines of the taking over a project. And now you have to deal with those restrictions and those left and right lateral limit. Like Playground, sure, they're moving away from, not moving away, but they're doing something new. But they're forced to do an RPG, and since it's Fable, you kind of have to stay within this box. You can't be creative for yourself. Like you can't, you know, if they would have done a new IP themselves, they could have stuck to stuff that there's more advantageous to what they know, and the stuff they're not familiar with. Oh yeah, we're not going to do it because we're not familiar with it. It's not going to be part of our new IP. Because you can't really criticize a new IP and say, well, since this is a new IP, you have to be within this. But no, it's a new IP. You create the boundaries. Well, Fable already has certain aesthetics and found boundaries that they have. Like, for example, you know, the acorn that becomes a tree. They're going to have to figure that out. because that's a Fable thing, right? So but here's
24 years later.
Yeah, 24 years later, right? Here's my thing. So there's two things we could look at it this way. First, the development issues, right? We could see it from that angle, but I think the real angle, and this is just my opinion, and you know what I'm going to say, and it's let me preface it with this: a wise man, because I give this wise man props when he is wise, but a wise man once said that, hey, there could be a point where the overwhelming sales of PlayStation will make Microsoft say, you know what, our decisions is based off of PlayStation, and now Xbox gamers are just gonna have to deal with PlayStation being the lead effort. A wise man once said that. I don't know, some dude from Australia in Melbourne. Somewhere, right? But I think that's what happened. Melbourne. That's what I think. Listen, I'll say Melbourne if you say Adidas.
I'll trade that. We're going to do the trade right now.
Okay, we're doing the trade?
Melbourne properly? We'll do the trade.
All right, you got to teach me. Give me a couple of reps. I need a couple of reps. Melbourne.
Yeah, good. Good enough.
Melbourne, good enough. There you go. Okay, and what's the sneakers called?
Adidas.
There you go. Fair. Done. Listen, we can. Done. Why can't the world? Why can't liberals? Why can't Democrats and Republicans do this?
International trade agreements right there. Look how quick that was.
Look how
quick that was.
Easy.
Freaking treaty
no
right
one
there.
Died.
Like that
no
time
one died.
that we took ownership of plantain. Easy.
No one died. Easy. We could get this. You know.
Exactly.
We just need to be in charge of our own
Caribbean and
governments.
Africa. We created plantain.
In 2 weeks, we'll solve world hunger. 2 weeks. Give us 2 weeks.
Let me tell you. Adidas all the way. I don't give a fuck.
Melbourne.
There you go. Good enough. Good enough. We'll work on it later behind the scenes.
We'll get proof.
The point is the spirit of the agreement. The point is the spirit of it.
And I'm gonna get better
at it. There you go.
Soon I'm gonna be terrible at breakdancing. I'm gonna get
hey, there you go. Soon I'm gonna go to a school and shoot at children.
It's my God, this guy, bro. This guy. Wow, bro.
What?
Like,
wow.
You couldn't say like eat a pizza or drunk driving or something. Wow. This guy went dark. Like, he said I already do that. Like, wow. Like, at least walk around with American shorts or some shit, shirtless. Like, yo,
so even the judge was like,
God, Lee. Like, bro, this dude is, 0 to 100. The peace treaty's broken. Like, man, you fucked this up.
What do you mean? Hey, listen, we signed our agreement. We're not going back.
The peace treaty is broken. You fucking call it Adidas. I don't give a shit. Like, you fucked it all up. All I said was breakdancing. This guy came out. Whoa, man!
Wait, what do you mean? That's the sole point for Australia. You
only don't like it because SPX did that gift.
Nuclear. You went nuclear on that. You know we don't want to talk about that thing. You're here committing violence, and then you want to be.
You had a whole Olympic event canceled.
That was an Olympic embarrassment. You know they shut down the sport because of us. They shut it down because of us.
Yes.
You know that's nuclear.
So you shut down a whole Olympic event.
Oh my God! Listen. How do you terminate the sport? And because of us, and then you want to hit us in our black eye, and then you want us to take it easy on you? Nah, man, we got guns too.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Fucking national shame. This guy is just like, breakdancing. Hey, listen, you ever mention Australian breakdancing? You're gonna go hard on your ass.
He said that's national shame. Oh man.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised. Oh man, this is funny. All right, let me do some other super chats real quick. Glassdoor, John Baptiste. They closed Lionhead Studios. That could have worked on Fable. That's like closing Santa Monica and get Polyphony to make God of War. That's pretty much that's a good example.
Sorry, that's a
good example. That's a good example. Okay, Polyphony Digital do God of War.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Hey, you know what would be funny though?
Director of Polyphony. You want me to do what?
Don't be funny though. That what is it? The beginning of Ragnarok where he's on the sled. Hey, that shit would have had real life physics.
I'll tell you what. The sled
would have use the brake button, right? Otherwise, you're gonna crash into the corner. She's about to slay your ass.
You can't even get past the
level. You better get your braking point. Get your driving line. Get your driving line right.
You can't pass the level because you can't pass because it's too real.
Get your braking point right. Get your international license, okay, before going for that particular level.
They're gonna have a training mode just for that. Like, oh boy. Navenzor. Shout out to Navenzor. I bet they delayed it to port it to PS5 and PS5 Pro, and that's what I was gonna say, right? And that's what I was alluding to. When you mentioned that they gotta be careful because Xbox could naturally lean towards PlayStation simply because of how much money they're seeing the difference between the PlayStation console versus the Xbox console. And then it could get to a certain point where day one Game Pass, all that stuff. Yeah, that doesn't change. But they may be like, you know what? We want this game on PlayStation day and date. Therefore, it could be ready for Xbox. But if it's not ready for PlayStation, then it's getting delayed until it's ready for PlayStation. Which impacts Xbox. That could be a possibility.
If you have a coffee shop and then they make marijuana legal in your state, and then suddenly 64% of your business becomes selling marijuana legally, of course. But 64% of your business is you're not a coffee house anymore. You're a drug house that happens to sell coffee. That's what you are. That's what you are. Listen, Xbox game studios are not Xbox first party anymore. That PlayStation first party that happens to ship games on Xbox. That's what they are. 64% in like less than 6 months. Whoa! It's only gonna get worse.
And that's probably the people. And that's the people who know.
To sell coffee.
And that's
You're not a coffee house anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you were there for 20 years. You're a weed house now that happens to sell coffee. How is it that in 1 month, 64% of your business now gets to be done on weed, and you still think you're a coffee house? You ain't coffee no more, bro. We don't give a fuck whether it's Americano or latte or chai. Nigga, hit us with the herbs, okay? Hit us with the good. Hit us with that Mary Jane. That's what you do. That's what you better come up with flavors for that Mary Jane. That's what you better do.
Shit.
That's what you better do. We don't want your coffee infusion.
We not trying to hear that.
Listen,
we don't give a fuck about
cinnamon and ginger. Yeah, you don't do that shit no more. Hey, listen, get the green stuff. Get the pot. You know.
he said we ain't trying to hear about that Arabica beans. Break out the hashish.
Yeah, exactly. The fuck this guy. He's like, hey, I get my beans from Ethiopia. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You better get your actual product from the back. You better have a farm upstate. When you're making this shit, I want it on Virginia soil, okay? That's where I want it to come from. All right, get it well alimented. I need that. I need that. Get that green.
Oh shit! My man said, "I'm not trying to hear about no damn Arabica beans or Kai latte. I want to see sativa. Break out the strains.
Yeah, listen.
You want to."
Listen.
He said, "You are not a weed. You are not a coffee shop no more. You are a weed shop." Oh, that's what. But you know, I personally feel the PlayStation 5 version is not ready because it probably got started later. Obviously, got started later, and they're going on one side. They want that game. They want that game day and day. They want Fable sales. They want Fable day one sales.
Now that they've delayed it, know that the PlayStation version isn't far up. You know, if it is delayed still, if it's not dead, it'll be 3 months, just like Indiana Jones. Yeah. At maximum. Because they're PlayStation Studio now.
Yeah, but I think they learned from Indiana Jones. I don't think the whole time exclusive means anything to them because most of the Xbox gamers are playing on Game Pass. So that 3-month time exclusive is not really enticing more console sales. It's just, it's Game Pass. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So a game day and day or timed on Xbox doesn't mean nothing. Because either way, they're going to play it on Game Pass. Most of them are not going to buy it. So I think Fable, a lot of games are going for day and date because they want that day one sales. And day one sales is going to be primarily PC. But I think primarily PlayStation. I think they're like, we get a lot of
we saw the percentages, man. PC was in that 36% that didn't get chosen. Exactly. Yeah. It was in there. It was
Xbox combined with PC.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They were in that little slice. That doesn't matter. That they would, hey, listen.
And Xbox, they only did that so they could look nice. Because if you split that, one's like 20, one's like 16. Or whatever.
Exactly.
They both look pathetic individually.
Exactly.
They only make it look nice. Oh, it's 36%. Yeah, combined.
Yep.
Give me the breakout. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So you mentioned that maybe like 2 years ago, a year ago, that you gotta be careful.
That's what I thought Doug Duck, because he made a video. He said like, "Hey, why do I care if all of these games are going to PlayStation?" And I told him right from that video. I said in the comments, "Hey, listen, if PlayStation starts becoming the major business, they are going to cater to the PlayStation audience." And yeah, you best believe that when they look at Indiana Jones and some of the other like Disavowed and everything like that, and they say to themselves like, "Hey, listen, these games could have actually had a huge pop if they came out day and date, but because they didn't have that pop, and because that 80 Metacritic is starting to look spooky once people actually see gameplay and they don't buy it right away, now it's going to have less sell on PlayStation where it goes to our actual money-making audience. So you know what? It's just not worth it. Just go ahead and release as much as you can, day and date as possible. And in fact, again, PlayStation gamers will get it before Game Pass gamers, because Game Pass no longer delivers a true day and date, but it makes you wait for 6 days.
Yeah, there's certain.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that? When a PlayStation gamer will be able to buy the game and get it earlier than a Game Pass gamer on Ultimate. That's ridiculous. That's exactly what they're doing.
Great point. Talking about games on PlayStation could potentially Xbox, and it looks like it is, because if they made this decision based on PlayStation, they said the PlayStation version needs more time because we started development late and we need to implement the PSSR,
the PSSR,
all that stuff.
Yep.
That impacts the Xbox gamers. You are waiting because of us. Mm-hmm. You're waiting because of us. That means you are impacted because the decision is based on the PlayStation decision.
And then who can actually buy day one? Xbox gamers who pay, PC gamers who pay, PlayStation gamers who pay. Who can play day one? Game Pass Ultimate subscribers who pay. That's crazy work.
Well, the one tier below, right?
No. On Ultimate, you still get delayed access. Because you still have to pay for $30 early access if you want it on day one. But if you pay the full $70, you get a product on the first day.
I thought they get it on the day of official release, and the early access that's
$30 more. But early access is a myth.
I saw what you're doing.
Early access is a myth.
You're using early access.
$70.
You're using early access as the
actual access day.
Yeah, you're using the early access as the true access.
Is this the true access?
I know.
Any random person off the street can purchase something and have access to it that day, that's the release date. There you go. Legally, not some PC shit. Okay,
not the leak shit. Yeah.
There you go. No leaks whatsoever. If I can trade money for something, that's access. Everybody else, it doesn't matter what you call it. You're just getting laid out. That's just so. That's what I'm saying. That if a persona, and J-Bar is gonna do this, them boys, they are ruthless. Pre-orders Fable on PlayStation, and we'll get it day one, at midnight, because they're digital access, boys.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you on Game Pass Ultimate will be watching him on Twitter playing your game. Nasty work, bro. Hey, listen, get that firmware update.
Release the spoilers. Now I'm just playing. No release the spoilers.
You just tell him that he pays while you play.
Oh man, yo, Judge, man, what's up with that? What if this game did get delayed because of PlayStation?
Man, only thing to me that would showcase is that the joke was always on the Xbox fan base because of their lack of actually supporting by buying their games that was specific to their platform. To me, that's all that comes down to, and the joke is on them if that's the case. I mean, if it shows that Xbox is actually making more money from PlayStation, I mean, at the end of the day, Xbox and Microsoft is in the market. Yeah, is in the business of making money.
Money talks, bullshit
walks. Money talks, bullshit walks. And this goes back to something that has been said, going back to, to the last decade. Hitting games day on Game Pass is going to hurt you. I mean, where's the growth there? I mean, the goalposts and the metrics had changed so much. Whereas we weren't talking about sales, even though I don't like to talk about sales, but sales was no longer the metric. It was talking about engagement numbers. Well, what the fuck is an engagement number? I mean, just because of I don't even, look. I'm gonna just say this: if it comes out that Microsoft and Xbox is making more money from the PlayStation side of things, and this game was actually delayed because of it will come day and date on PlayStation, then that's just egg in the face to everybody that was a Game Pass pusher. And it's like, hey man, chickens are coming home to roost. Told you so.
Hey, listen, George. You know that the eggs is already rotting on their face.
I'm like Thanos.
Beautiful,
perfectly balanced.
Beautiful.
As all things should.
Yeah, as all things should be.
As all things should be. It's perfectly balanced.
Man, you better put that on your comforter before it drops.
Okay, like that. Yeah, I'll put it back. I'm gonna take care of it.
Listen, that thing is a tank. Ooh, that thing is a tank. Okay, I can attest to his goodness. His goodness.
God.
By the way, PlayStation has been making great hardware this generation. Jesus Christ.
God,
the Portal, the PlayStation 5, the 5 Pro, VR. The Edge is great.
VR is great,
and also, I'm glad you used the levers. I use the levers as well. I always thought I would use the moon things, but I
try, but the levers like feels more natural for me.
It's just way more natural. It's like way more natural.
See,
it's right there.
It's just there. It's
so easy, and it's very hard to hit them accidentally.
Yeah,
that was what I was worried about.
It's perfect, and it's just.
Yeah. It's really good.
I'm about to replace the levers for the L1, L2. I mean L1, R1 button, because I don't play like this. So instead of me, I could just be like this, and it's just. Okay. Yeah, it's just great. It's great.
I see. No, that's actually a good idea. I could do that.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It's great. It's the best.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best controller ever. It's PlayStation. It's quality. You ever had the Walkman? Yeah. I had the Walkman. I remember I used to walk down Central Park with the Walkman. It's great. But anyway, all right. So next topic, and this one, I'm gonna be honest. I'm in my feels with this one. I'm in my feelings. I am in my field. This one hurt, right? And I know. It's Extreme's gonna go on his bullshit. Oh, the roadmap. Yeah, I told you. Too early. I don't care. I was happy with the announcement, and they broke my heart. All right, and I'm gonna post it right here.
Wait, are we doing the PC handhelds? Just jumping over a
Oh yeah! Oh shit! That's right. I skipped. All right, never mind.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm just
delay
saying.
Delay the pain. Delay the pain.
Delay that like your roadmap. Delay that like your games. Okay.
Yep.
Delay that topic.
Yep.
It's on the roadmap though.
That announcement's getting delayed. It's another one. I announced too early. I announced it too early. I announced this. I announced
by the end of the podcast, we're gonna cancel that topic. Okay, we're gonna cancel it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you time to talk about it.
I'm just
gonna talk about it. We're gonna get you.
We're gonna close the show. All right.
So we're gonna do like Warner Brothers and just cancel the topic.
Okay, yeah. Be like, hey guys, I ran out of time. We can't talk about the Warner Brothers. Here we go. What the hell happened? Go back. All right, here we go. So we talked about handhelds, PC handheld gamings, and we had discussions. I made videos about it. And the one thing I was saying is I couldn't really gauge the success of this. Like what defines the success of a Steam Deck? Like, is it successful? How many do you sell? Is 4 million? Well, we got some good information here. Now, let's read the article.
Okay.
3 years later, the Steam Deck has dominated handheld PC gaming. Now, that's an interesting headline. Because I'm like, all right, Steam Deck's out there doing his thing. Okay. Asus ROG Ally, Lenovo Legion, Go, MSI Claw. The Steam Deck is the bigger than them combined. I'm like, all right. But, man, if you don't get your ass out here, what are you doing? Here we go. What?
Oh shit!
Sorry, that's funny. That's funny. Hey,
no,
get
what
access.
Is happening?
You're not doing it. Hit that purple button. Hit that purple button. You're gonna click let's go. Let's click on the let's go. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You click on the wrong option.
Oh,
go backwards.
No, it's
let's go. There you go. Slow. Good. Now subscribe.
No,
subscribe. This is the Game Pass.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Subscribe now. Now you subscribe.
Dude, hold on. You bastard. Did I reach my limit? How many articles I'm allowed to read?
There you go. There you go.
Good.
Do you want me to send you screenshots of the article?
No, I did a trick. I went on Google Chrome. I'm on a different browser.
Oh, there you go.
I tricked it.
Also, you can also do that with private browsing.
I tricked it.
Because then it don't keep your trackers. There you go.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Today is the 3rd anniversary of Valve's Steam Deck, the handheld gaming PC that all but created the market for handheld gaming PCs. Now, keep in mind, it says market, right? All right. It was a mess to start, but 3 years later, The Verge has data showing how it has dominated the nascent market. While Valve told us in November 2023 that it has sold multiple millions of the AMD-powered handheld, we never had a good glimpse at how big it is or how Windows competitors stack up till now. It seems the Steam Deck so far has been the bigger than all its competitors combined. Market research firm IDC uses supply chains to estimate just how many handheld gaming systems have shipped around the world and create spending forecasts. When I asked IDC market research analyst Louis Ward if he'd be willing to isolate SteamOS and Windows gaming handhelds from the data, he said yes. So let me explain, what does that mean? What do they mean by IDC uses supply chains to estimate how many handhelds? All right, so this is what I learned. I learned this from a guy last gen. He was on Next Gen's podcast. His name was John Petty, Peddi. He wrote a report on behalf of AMD on the sales of GPUs across PCs and consoles. In that report, what stuck out to Next Gen was the number of like 32 million GPUs made for Xbox One, which means that at the time, the most Xbox One has sold is 32 million. Because you can't sell 50 million Xbox Ones if only 32 million GPUs were created, right? So he had on the podcast, we talked, and then we talked to him offline on what these analysts, IDC, or, you know, whatever company that does analyze, you know, Newzoo and stuff. The one thing they do is, if you have a vendor, let's say like Xbox, or in this case Steam, right? But we use Xbox. It doesn't matter who you use. When they don't give out hardware numbers themselves, what these analysts do is, okay, you don't get hardware, but I know where you get your GPUs from or your integrated motherboards. So I'm going to reach out to AMD and see if they're willing to tell me how many specific boards for Xbox they make, right? So what they do is, it'd be like, let's say for Steam Deck, you know, AMD goes, hey, we made 5 million integrated circuit chips for the Steam Deck. So now the analyst company goes, okay, the most Steam Deck could have sold is 5 million because that's all the chipset that has been made. But that's not the reality, right? That's just building Steam Deck. How many sold? Maybe 4 million, maybe 3.5. So that's when they go anywhere between 4 to 5 million. The last number is how many they build. So that's the most they could sell. They can't sell more than that because they haven't manufactured more than that. But more likely it's lower than that. So that's why they do the 4 to 5 million. And that's how they make those guesstimates. So they go to the company that built the stuff. Hey, how many have you built since this point? This is what we built so far. Okay, so that's just an explanation of the whole supply chain. Okay, now back to our regular scheduled programming. When I asked IDC market research analyst Louis Ward if he'd be willing to isolate SteamOS and Windows gaming handhelds from the data, he said yes. So pretty much is asking Steam Deck versus everybody else. So here are the estimated combined shipments of Steam Deck and the Windows-based Asus ROG Ally, Lenovo Legion, and MSI Claw from 2022 through 2024. This is combined. In 2022, 1.6 million. In 2023,
2.8.
Yeah, 2.8. But hold on, I'm wondering if that's what they sold that year, or is that like cumulative? It's combined value. I'm assuming is what they sold each year. Okay, so 2023 they sold 2.8. 2024 sold 1.4. So that's a huge drop. In 2025 estimate is 1.9. Add it up. Oh yeah, so it is each individual year. Add it up, and that's just under 6 million shipments in 3 years. One way to view that...
Just one thing is that 2025 is an estimate because most of us will realize we haven't finished 2025 yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so far. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's so far, which is pretty impressive.
Just one thing.
1.9, yeah. Oh, that's what they're predicting. That's what they're predicting. That's what they're predicting. So you know what? Fuck that. Let's not even include that. We can't even use that.
Yeah, we can't even use that.
Fuck out of here. We're not using that number. They're inflating. So we're gonna use what they did up until the end of 2024. So let's see. We got 1, 6,
okay. I've got the calculation
0.
for you. It's 5.9. So yeah, it's about 6 million in 3 years, like the article goes on to say.
2, 8, 6,
5.972 million.
Oh, that's what you got? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got. Yeah.
You got 5.9 what between what? The
5.97. That's from 2022 to 2024.
No,
the same article. If you keep reading the next part, it just keeps saying the same thing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. There you go. One way to view that, it's small and it's not really growing. IDC is forecasting under 2 million shipments in 2025 rather than any major expansion. Another is that it's simply early days for category. Meta's Ray-Bans only sold 2 million pairs between October 23 and 2025, but its maker is taking that as a sign it could soon sell 10 million each year. That doesn't mean anything. How is that an argumentative point?
Listen, man, go move forward.
Because they both assuming. Like I can understand if it did it and then it sold 10 million, but it didn't sell 10 million yet. It's just so you didn't make an argumentative point. It's just two delusional people in the same room thinking they're gonna sell more.
There's hope. Okay, there's hope. As a road mapper, I can understand.
So my argumentative point is somebody else is selling like shit, but they hope they'll sell better. So that proves my point.
Exactly.
So you got two fools hoping.
Hey, listen, man. The blind leading the blind. What do you want?
That's not an argumentative point.
This article was bullshit.
What the fuck? Like, hey, for example, we got another brand that's selling like shit, but they hope to do better. So they're not doing better.
But a lot better. They hope to do a lot better.
That's why you say either.
Hey.
What kind of...
Hey, journalism is the best journalism we've ever gotten. You know,
I can't. Oh my god,
we love it.
Hey, there's still hope. Yeah, hey, Extreme. I know you're dying of a disease, but there's this other person with the same disease.
Yeah,
but he's hoping his medication is gonna save his life.
Full recovery.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Soon. Oh, but by the way, that's him. That's not you. That's him. That's him.
No, that's not me.
He's gonna be good. Yeah,
because if it was me, I'll tell you, you're fucked. But that's him. He has hope. What the hell is going on here?
And also, and we just talk about the fact that Ray-Ban sunglasses are not PC handhelds. Why the fuck is that?
That's not even. That's like I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just weird, bro. Like it's not even. That's the stupidest comparison I've ever seen. But all right, I think it's amazing. It says, I think it's amazing. AMD gaming market boss Frank Ozor tells me, discussing IDC's numbers for handheld gaming PCs. This didn't exist 3 years ago. We went from nothing, zero, to incremental category in creation in the millions of units. But out of those 6 million shipments, the lion's shares have been Steam Deck itself, according to IDC estimates. All of the 2022 shipments are the Steam Deck. And Ward tells me upwards of 50% of the 23 shipments and 48% of 2024 shipments are the deck as well. Doing the math, Valve has now shipped upwards of 3.7 million Steam Deck and has quite possibly cost 4 million by now. All right. Keep those numbers in mind, guys. No, IDC numbers do not currently include Chinese handhelds from companies like GBD, Año, and X1 Player, though it seems possible there are small players based on their public backers numbers on Indiegogo. With as few as 2 million Windows handhelds shipping in 2 years, it's not a huge surprise that AMD and Intel aren't spending big on more custom chips, like the ones that are still working perfectly well for the Steam Deck. Particularly if the rumors are true that early Windows handheld buyers return their purchases at an unusually high rate. Oh, really? Really? You mean to tell me they're not happy with their Rogue Ally?
You mean they don't like PC gaming? It's crazy. Anyone on this podcast ever told them that PC gaming makes them miserable?
You would swear handheld gaming's the shit.
That's crazy.
Anecdotally,
because every time I post a portal, somebody tells me about this PC gaming handheld I could be playing on instead.
I'm doing a video this week on this. Oh man. Oh yeah. I'm gonna break out the PC handheld salt. Oh, it's happening.
Hey, listen.
This is it.
PC gaming is a miserable life. Handheld PC gaming is that misery now portable. That's crazy. That's crazy. You want to carry your misery with you.
It's like you're in hell, and then you're in hell sitting on the devil's penis. Like, god damn. All right, anecdotally, I seen lots of open box stock of the Asus Rogue Ally when I looked at Best Buy online and in person. But I hope AMD will invest in making that Steam Deck lightning strike again, because when What was the first lightning strike? But anyway, here we go.
Exactly.
Yeah, because when every other low-power gaming chip is originally aimed at laptops rather than handhelds, we get disappointments like the Lenovo Legion Go S, which couldn't stand up to the 3-year-old Steam Deck's 1-year-old LED version in my review, or the original MSI Claw. Or we get pretty good handhelds like the Rogue Ally X that offset power-hungry chips with a big-ass battery but cost $800 or more. Not that chips are the only reason the Steam Deck has come this far, not by a long shot. It's the combination of Valve's pick up and play Steam OS, which lets you simply press a button and easily sleep and resume, and its Proton capability layer and pre-compiled shaders that incredibly often makes Windows games run on Linux better than they run on Windows. Then there's this infinitely customizable and comfortable controls that make decades-older games playable.
Wait, hold on. I think we missed the paragraph about the cost of that handheld being $800 and how that's unreasonable, and who is that made for, and why would people pay that price for a console?
Yeah,
I don't know.
People complain about a $700 Pro.
Yeah, what is that paragraph?
But then again, people are returning it. So,
that's why I said this article is bullshit.
Yeah,
hey,
I think
we're missing a paragraph there. There should be a paragraph about the cost. Okay, questioning
it's not a
saying
PlayStation
that it's not worth it.
You'll get that when PlayStation makes theirs for some.
Oh yes. Oh sorry.
Then they'll talk about that.
I forgot.
That's reserved. That's a PlayStation exclusive.
Exactly. Okay.
Like who is this for?
Like the exclusives.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Yeah.
I was looking for that paragraph. Wait, is it $800 more than $700? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
absolutely. $800.
Or is that my metric units coming into play again? In freedom dollars, is it still bigger?
No, that's freedom dollars. Oh man. Not that chips are the only reason the Steam Deck has come this far, not by a long shot. It's like, I already read that was bad. Let me screw it. Oh, here we go. It's also the price. Think console, not gaming laptop, and how incredibly easy Valve makes it to temporarily tweak performance in exchange for more battery life, and how additional things you can do with a Steam Deck if you try. Epic Games Store and Ubisoft and even Blizzard games are playable if you jump through a couple of hoops. It can easily stream your PlayStation with the Chiaki app. You need an app? And you can find in the Linux desktop app browser, letting the handheld double as a PlayStation portal.
I've never seen a whole bunch of hoops that people could jump through. This guy mentioned Epic Games, Ubisoft, Blizzard, Chiaki, and a desktop app browser, just for you to do what you want to do.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of. You gotta put in that work. You thought paying for it was enough? No, you must go through the trials.
No, go jump through the hoops. He says, jump through the hoops.
Like
you're a fucking seal at the fucking water circus. Just jump through those hoops, my friend. Just go ahead. That's crazy. Don't play games. It's time to hoop. It's time to hoop first. Then you get to play later. Don't play the games though. What'd you buy a gaming handheld for? For gaming?
Like,
no, for hoop jumping.
Oh, man.
We're here for the hoops.
No other shipping handheld has come close, and while a combination of the Asus ROG Ally X and the Steam OS, not quite a fork Bazite, whatever, can feel like the best of both worlds, you'll pay twice the price of an entry-level Steam Deck to get it. I mistakenly thought the most important handheld at CES 2025 was the Lenovo Legion Go S, because Valve's Steam Deck designer had given it their blessings to become the first authorized third-party Steam OS handheld, but I was wrong. Here's how I ended my Legion Go review. If you're waiting for $499 Legion Go S for Steam OS, here's my advice: just buy a 530 Steam Deck OLED instead. While it's true that the new AAA PC games now require more power than the Steam Deck can comfortably give you, Valve has consistently said that it will wait until it can provide a leap in performance without sacrificing battery life before it introduces Steam Deck 2, and that it won't be using this year's AMD Z2 chips. Between the promise that many excellent new games that do target Steam Deck, the high price of new NVIDIA GPUs, and the idea that new Microsoft and Sony handhelds are likely a few years away, I don't think there are all that many reasons to wait to buy today's Steam Deck, unless the Nintendo Switch 2 somehow supplants the Steam Deck as the handheld that game developers prefer to target the games with. All right.
What?
So this article
does it mean supplant?
Like that's what like this article, right? This article is like hyping up PC and handheld, but it's so like and listen, I can't say if it's so like shit or if it's niche, but I can't say it's not a big deal. These sales are not.
You know
a big
what
deal.
you can say? You know what you can say?
What?
The PlayStation Portal in the first year, also the Steam Deck in its first year. That's what you can say.
You know what? You know what? You're right.
That's what you can say.
Right.
That's matter of fact. And we don't have to listen, bro.
Listen. The actual sales of all these PC handhelds combined is 5.9 million in 3 years. The entire PC industry, 5.9 million. The Vita sold more than this in 3 years. It ended up selling 11 million in 4 years, and that was a failure. Now, again, I can't say if this is failure or niche, but we need to stop acting like this is a big deal. Steam Deck, all these handhelds, it's a niche, nothing burger. There's no handheld awards. Forget about that. Wrap that shit up. It's either a niche market or it failed. That's it. There is no breakout. I don't want to hear, someone dreams of 10 million. No. Like, imagine if it takes 3 years for Switch 2 to sell 6 million. That's a flop.
That's a flop.
That's a flop.
Consider a failure.
That's a flop. If Switch sells 15 million in 3 years, that's a flop. Yep. That's an extreme flop. That is bad. Like, you are done. You are done. You putting your games on PlayStation.
The Dreamcast only sold 10 million in 3 years, and that was considered a failure.
No, it's like something like that. Yeah, it's like, what are we talking about here? So I'm not gonna say PC handheld gaming flopped because it might be niche, but we will not treat PC handhelds like a big deal no more. Hardly anyone's buying it. A few that do, they're returning it. It's a niche topic. So all this stuff like, oh man, play anywhere. I could buy my game on PC and then I could play on my handheld. Yeah, you ain't doing that. You ain't got a handheld. You ain't got a handheld, bro. Stop lying. You're like one of 10 people that's doing that.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's doing that shit. That's not a big deal. The whole play anywhere entitlement, not a big deal. My favorite part, I got a console, PC, and handheld. I'm doing it. I'm like, one, you're a liar. Because why would you have a console and a PC at the same time to play the same game? Why? You want the downgraded? Like, I don't get it. It's in the same room. Like, you decide, like, it's like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, I'm going to play on my console. Like, nah, stop it. And then you go on your handheld that you don't own either. Stop playing. That playware entitlement, not that many people are doing it. It's a very niche, I would say even smaller than the handheld gamer. Very niche group taking advantage of that. So this is all lies. Let's wrap this up. What do you guys think? Now we could say for sure, PC handheld, if we're gonna call it success, for a niche market, very niche market, not even worth the energy to talk shit about, because most people don't want it. Most people ain't buying it off the shelf. In fact, I would say Portal has a chance of outselling it all at this rate.
All of it.
It could be. Portal could literally be bought more than all of those combined.
I think this I'm gonna be consistent. I think the PC handheld market is a flop, and the reason why I think this is a flop, one example I used was the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast sold between 9 to 10 million within 3 years before it was considered a failure. The PlayStation VR, that only sold 5 million units between 2016 and I want to say 2020, and that was considered a flop. PSVR 2, that sold, last time I checked, I think that sold about 5 million, and that was considered a flop. So why is the metrics different for a PC handheld for something that costs considerably more? I mean, okay, it may do more, but is it necessary? No. Secondly, I didn't even need to figure out those numbers to know how much it sold, because if AMD had came out and said, hey, we manufactured 100 million graphics chips and 75 million, and 3/4 of it literally was because of PlayStation, then that means the other 25 million was distributed between Xbox and the PC, and since the PC, and these PC handheld. And since the PC handhelds is at 6 million, so that tells me that Xbox sold 19 million, around there somewhere, if I was to use those numbers.
Assuming they're including PC handhelds
in the data.
Yeah, in the data, right. But he just got his numbers from AMD, so it's probable and it's consistent.
So we can say Xbox is anywhere between 19 million to 25 million. It all depends
Right.
on whether the handhelds are counted. So 19
Right.
to 25 million.
Right. And then my last point is this, and I said this in a member chat when you was talking with Jack Move Johnny. I stated that there's a lot of overlap with the PC handheld market, just because of you got too many products that's doing the same thing. To me, it's reminiscent of when 3DO was out, but even more so. If I was to get a PC handheld, then what's the point of me having a laptop? I mean, last time I checked, I thought a laptop, regardless if it's a gaming laptop or not, that I was supposed to have the ability, more so a gaming laptop, that I was supposed to have the power of a gaming desktop in the laptop format, and the whole purpose of a laptop is to have a PC experience on the go. To me, it's it goes back to the point of, hey, it's this market. Hey, go back to your initial question. Is this really niche or a flop? And to me, it's not needed, and that's what I'm saying. It's a flop, because if I was to compare these metrics to any other product,
Vita flopped, and that was
Vita flopped, even though it sold almost twice as much. According to other people, the PSVR was a flop because it'd been out on the market for X amount of years and only sold about 5 million units. The Dreamcast was a flop because even though that was only in the market for about between 3 to 4 years, but it sold 9 to 10 million units, and it was a flop. So as far as I'm concerned, PC handhelds is a flop.
Okay. What about you, Extreme? What do you think? Flop or niche?
Oh, it's obviously a flop. Oh, but I'm gonna come at it from a different perspective.
Okay.
You see, here's the thing.
Quite frankly, it's a flop.
If you talk about the PlayStation 5 and you talk about what PlayStation fans like, okay? The PlayStation experience partly includes exclusives, partly includes the DualSense, partly includes, so many of these features, the pizza if you're on the PlayStation 5 Pro, so on and so forth. That is all part of the PlayStation experience, right? Now, we have an accessory peripheral to that in the Portal. Notice that the Portal gets rid of almost nothing that the PlayStation fan would like. You still get the same exclusives. You still get the same screen. Well, similar screen. It depends on your TV. You still get the DualSense experience. You still get access to all of those PlayStation 5 things like the screenshots and the DVR in case those are features that you care about. So the thing is, the PlayStation Portal is pretty much 90 to 95% of your experience on PlayStation just on the go. Okay, cool. That's what PlayStation fans care about. Let's talk about PC. PC fans, they claim to care about higher frame rates, right? They claim to care about keyboard and mouse and the accuracy that gives them. They claim to care about all of these other programs that are going at the same time. They can do the taxes while playing Call of Duty and blah, 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 blah. But then note that the PC handhelds deliver almost none of that, okay? On a PC handheld, you are taking a huge sacrifice on graphics and quality, and that's another big thing that the PC gamers care about, apparently. Why they want to play games at the highest possible resolution, over 60 frames per second, pushing 120 frames on whatever monitor they decide you have, playing at 1440p. These are 800p handhelds for the most of them. 800p. You are playing on low to medium settings. You are playing for only like an hour or two on the most intensive games. All you have to be, cabled up to your power bank. You are losing the convenience of keyboard and mouse, which, yes, you can Frankenstein your way to add it later. But the entire point of it being on the handheld is, again, that it is handheld. And if you're sitting on a desk and then you're using it as a mini gaming laptop, like my good man George said, why didn't you just get the gaming laptop that has the keyboard and the mouse pretty much included as part of the package? So it's a flop, not just because of the numbers, which are abysmal, but because it is a complete divorcing from what you're supposed to care about on PC, okay? Compared to what you're getting on that handheld. You are losing over 70% of the PC gaming experience, the good parts of it, you're losing. And then, because some of these handhelds use Windows, you're still carrying a lot of the bad parts. Still the drivers. Still fucking Windows OS. Jesus, disgusting. No wonder the Steam Deck is the best example of these failures. Because at least you get away from Windows. At least, like it says, you can start the game and you can play it right away. And yes, you have hoops if you want to, like, explore other ecosystems. Which is, again, something that a lot of PC gamers keep saying. I can download Steam, I can download GOG, I can download Epic, but then on a Steam Deck, that's harder to do. You have to go and jump through hoops. So it's a huge flop because the things you're supposed to care about as a PC gamer, you have to sacrifice on the PC handheld. And that is the reason that this is a flop. Because you cannot be the person pushing graphics, 5080 and 5090, and then tell me that you're super happy on your Ally X, where you're playing at most at 1080p at like low to medium settings. Like, don't you like yourself? That's even more misery than playing on PC is in the first place. That's crazy.
All right. Good point on that one. I'm gonna be honest. You guys are, that's what I have you guys for. You could be brutal and stuff like that. I just want to know if it's. I think it's a niche market. I think it's handheld gaming, which handheld gaming is whatever. But for me, don't want to hear no more about this whole PC handheld, handheld wars. Like Twitter community really made this market bigger than what it really is. It is a very small market. I knew it, and all right, okay. So we got that. Now, the next topic. Can I go back into my feels?
Oh, right. You sure you don't want to delay some more?
Okay, no, I'm going to cancel the show. So anyway, thanks for rocking out with us. We're not talking about this.
Yeah, exactly. Goodbye, guys. It was a great time.
Stick around. Hit the like button. All right. So, all right. Let me do this. All right.
I gotta go to sleep.
You going to bed? You're
I gotta go to sleep. Yeah.
You're not going to share my pain?
Oh, he decided.
I can give it 10 minutes. Yeah, I give it 10 more minutes.
All right, here you go. We'll go quick. Let me read this. Warner Brothers Games is canceling its Wonder Woman game and shutting down 3 studios. Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego will be closing. Warner Brothers Discovery is making even more big changes to its troubled game efforts. As reported by Bloomberg, the company's gaming division is canceling the Wonder Woman game announced in 2021 and shutting down 3 studios. Wonder Woman developer Monolith Productions, Multiverse developer Player First Games, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego. Warner Brothers Discovery confirmed the changes in the statement to Kokatu's Ethan Gach. We have had to make some difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the best games possibly with our key franchises: Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones. According to the statement, after careful consideration, we are closing 3 of our development studios: Monolith Productions, Play First, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego. This is a strategic change of direction and not a reflection of these teams or talent that consists within them. As for why Wonder Woman is being canceled, our hope was to give players and fans the highest quality experience possible for the iconic character. And unfortunately, this is no longer possible within our strategic priorities, the statement says. This is another tough decision as we recognize Monolith's storied history of delivering epic fan experiences to amazing games. Warner Brothers Discovery says in the statement that it remains focused on and excited about getting back to production high-quality games for our passionate fans and developed by our world-class studio and getting our games business back to profitability and growth in 2025 and beyond. The cancellation shutdowns are yet another rust spot in Warner Brothers gaming efforts. Player First Games recently announced that Multiverse will be taken offline, ending the development period that has already included a long hiatus and a relaunch. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was a flop, with the game receiving its last season less than a year after launch. A previous report from Bloomberg said that Warner Brothers gaming division suffered $300 million in losses last year. 2020 Hogwarts Legacy has been a success for WB, and the company is reportedly working on a definitive edition for the game with more content. All right. I don't know what to say. I mean, cancellation happens. All I really want to say is, Sony, you need to go to Warner Brothers and be like, all right, listen, you guys obviously don't know what to do with all these DC properties. Give us some licenses. We'll pay for some. We'll take care of it. You just shut your mouth. We'll take the licenses. We'll be successful. Look at Spider-Man. Wolverine's coming. X-Men. Give us the licenses. Don't worry about Xbox. Nobody buys an Xbox anyway. And plus, they want it on Game Pass. Don't worry about it. Let me get the rights. Let me get the rights. Rocksteady, you guys are good. You could keep Batman. You guys are good. Suicide Squad, shaky. You kind of slipped up, but you go back to Batman, you'll be fine. But give us Wonder Woman. We'll take that. Who else you got over there? Oh, you got there. Oh, you got Green Lantern. Yeah, we'll take that one too. Oh, we like Superman. Yeah, we'll take that one too. We'll take those 3. Give us those. We'll be fine. We got this. Don't worry about who we're putting it on, because you guys clearly don't know what you're doing. We got this. We'll let you know when the game is cooking. We'll make DC great again. Ah, man, I'm hurt. I'm just hurt. I don't know, man. Like, are we really stuck with just Wolverine, Batman, and Spider-Man? Or like, is Rocksteady and Insomniac the only ones that can do it? It seems like everybody else is having trouble trying to break ground with comic book games.
I'll let the judge go first.
All right, about Judge. Yeah, because you're on short time. What do you think? Like, is comic book games really coming down to just Insomniac and Rocksteady?
I think that Rocksteady and Insomniac has set the bar so fucking high, and I say that because I mean it. Of course, Rocksteady with the exception of the Arkham Origins.
Oh yeah,
but
one more thing, Blade. Arcane is
the original.
Doing this with Blade.
Yeah.
So
it's in Insomniac. In Insomniac with Spider-Man, it's a high it's a high bar to go past. And then as far as with WB, what's the word I'm looking for? With WB canceling Wonder Woman. First of all, I didn't even know a Wonder Woman game was even being made. Secondly, I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised because of the fact that, as you just stated, Suicide Squad was a flop. And so was Gotham Knights. That was a flop. So hey, to me it only makes sense. And then lastly, my last point is this: even if let's just say Wonder Woman wasn't canceled, I would begin to question whether or not if it would even survive. Not because of it wouldn't be a good game, because I wouldn't know that, but how people and I hate saying this because I know where it comes from and I know what is a euphemism for. But you got the grifters out there that start screaming woke, or people complaining about, oh, I don't want, this is some SJW stuff because I don't want to play as a woman. I mean, people already putting down, or rather, you have some people already putting down the Ghost of Yotai because it has a female protagonist. It's like, well, so that would even make me question whether or not if Wonder Woman, if it wasn't canceled, would it actually be successful based on people's perceived prejudices.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think so far, like in terms of that movement, right, the woke movement, anti-woke movement, I think what they don't like is, I don't know. I mean, they didn't have a problem with Stellar Blade.
She was a fun bitch.
That's what I think about Wonder Woman. I don't think they're gonna make her into a fat purple hair lesbian.
Yeah, but they're not going to show as much skin as these people want.
She's an Amazon.
They're going to be like comic book accurate now. Comic book fans are already up in arms about more realistically dressed women. They want them still to be in bikini thongs and everything.
So yeah, let me show you. This was the announcement for Wonder Woman at the Game Awards.
Next, in the days leading into the Game Awards, I read the internet with a little bit of fear, wondering if some of tonight's big surprises might leak. This one sure didn't. It's time for a new game announcement that no one had on their bingo card. Enjoy.
Ah, damn, I can't even see it because I just turned off my tablet.
My daughter, a new threat comes to our shores, and I must call you home. Restore what has been broken. Unite old enemies. Forge new bonds. You are a hero, but you can be more. You can be a leader. You are Wonder Woman.
Man, I was so.
You know what? You know what? Massive clap to these guys.
This was
Do you know why?
2021.
Do you know why?
This is roadmap.
Because that trailer proves there was no game. There was no fucking game there.
There was no game.
There was no fucking game there.
That one liquor game.
There was nothing there. Well done. Hey, as a road mapper,
that's what you are, right? No game.
Listen, man.
Not even a concept. Not even a concept of a game.
Ooh, nothing. They had nothing. They literally just did a CGI trailer of a character that was probably going to look nothing like what they showed. They had nothing. Hey, listen, man. Listen. People in the chat, let me give the shout out to Sony as well.
Oh.
Pragmata Showcase, beautiful. No idea what that is. Little Devil Inside. That shit was even racist when it first came out. They had to go change it.
It was racist.
Yeah,
What?
you remember the characters with the red lips?
Oh.
Yeah, they took flack online for that. They even apologized. But that was even better for word mappers, okay? Okay? Because it was a promise with racism built in. So you know what? Listen.
Oh my God.
What else has Sony contributed? Wolverine, great, fantastic. As word mappers, we love that shit. I'm so glad you're announcing like 2021. Why'd you do that? I don't know. But as a word mapper, we love it. We enjoy it. Okay? I mean, Insomniac was literally just hiding right, and yet you were like, word mappers, we keep delivering you these games. Disgusting. We know. Here is a game for you to forever hold up and wait. Hey, listen, Naughty Dog. You naughty dog. 2019 promised us online, never delivered. But we can keep
working. Too soon?
Naughty dog. Naughty. Hey, listen. Jim Ryan, let's celebrate you for a little bit, okay? First of all, we learned during the week that Shuhei was the one that actually started Concord.
Oh, man.
We're going to talk about that when that interview comes out. Another time, Emmanuel was right. Hey, listen, Jim. 12 live service games. Where are they? Hey, on the word map, though. Hey, Jim. On the word map, though, that's why you get a cookie. Well, as a word map, he
got a cookie,
mapper,
too. He did get a cookie.
Hey, listen.
He did get it.
Hey, you get a cookie. You were delivering way too much this generation, but you promised us a lot, and you haven't delivered shit. We love that shit. So shout out to PlayStation for also remembering us. Okay, listen. All we want is a showcase of games. You just saw what happened in the trailer for Wonder Woman. That's what we want. Don't even know what it is. You don't even know what it is.
Technically,
hey, listen.
What is it?
Hey, Ben. Yeah, yo. Cyrus, they promised us gameplay. We can't count that. We don't like that shit. Because that seems that the game is already real. We don't like that shit. Yeah, nah. They promised us gameplay this year. We don't want that shit. Hey, do you know who we want? Hey, Sony Bend. We here that you just got over the band of last. Hey, listen, just do what you gotta do. Create us some fake CGI trailer. We can put it on the roadmap. Just put the company logo, okay? Then just put somewhere like Everwild. Just put some random shit. Just animate. Hey, listen, go to Fiverr, okay? Go to Fiverr. We don't want AI, okay? We don't abide by AI. Go to Fiverr, hire some artists, get them to create some and then just put that out there and put your logo on it. You don't even have to name it. Just call it the Sony Bend Project, okay? Because it turns out you got bent over, but hey, we like it. We like it like that. We like it like that. No, hey, listen, Bluepoint, do the same. Just tell us that you're going to remake or remaster.
Make a poem. Make another poem.
Something. Exactly.
Release another poem.
Anything. And then put the word blood in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. Just blood. And then put the word born at some other point. Just be like, we were born to serve you. You know, by blood we are linked. Something like that. Oh, these people will go crazy.
Blackboard, baby.
Crazy. Just create them a haiku. That's all they want. Just give them a haiku. It'll be enough. Oh
my God, this is ridiculous.
Oh man.
He said not another.
Guys, let me jump off. I gotta go to sleep.
All right, my
no
brother,
problem,
man.
good sir.
Thank you so much for coming through. Oh man.
Thank y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. See you next week.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
listen. As a road mapper, I appreciate Wonder Woman forever. To just have existed. And at the major Game Award 2, they announced it. Nobody's safe. Nowhere are you safe from the roadmap game. Okay? Because hey, listen, why they do it? Who knows? But the fact is, they did. Okay, no, listen. In all seriousness, talking to all of my PlayStation gamers that keep asking for roadmaps and shows and things that are years out. Do you see what you get? Have you learned now? Can we put this to bed? Sony's strategy right now is the best one. Stop showing games too goddamn fucking early when you are not. What did you do? I've had so many people say like, "Oh, I wish I knew what these multiplayer games cancelled were." Why? What were you gonna do with it? You know what Wonder Woman was? What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that information? How did that serve you? It didn't. Did you play it? No, you didn't. You're gamers. Okay, if a company has a choice between announcing something way too early or announcing something way too late, let them err towards the side of too late. Jesus Christ. How many times do you have to go with this? There are so many games that have been announced that you have waited for years, only for them to either be a disappointment, to be cancelled altogether, or to be delayed into oblivion. Listen, PC gamers, you guys aren't safe just because nobody ever cares about your showcase, but we all know about Star Citizen. When's that coming out? You guys have literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars into a phantom project, into a ghost. It's ethereal, okay? It is as solid as my New Year's resolution, to do anything. Because no New Year's resolution is actually solid or concrete. And these things are worth less than that. PlayStation fans, you are winning. Stop waiting on goddamn showcases to try to convince yourselves that you are. You're getting the games that are actually being delivered within a somewhat reasonable time frame for most of them. You're getting games from the competition, which wasn't even in your roadmap, so that just bonuses to you. What else do you want? You're getting games from PC developers when they realize that PC guys just pirate this shit. Okay? And like one of them said, who was it? It was one of them PC developers, and he said, "Oh, I don't want to put my game on PC because I care about the actresses that came and worked on my work, and I don't want to see naked mods of them." And the PC community went mad. We want to make pornography out of your game. How dare you stop us? Listen. They are just the sexual deviants up there. Okay? So you know where he's going to go? If he's not going to put them on PC, he's got two places that are valid: Nintendo or Switch. And if his game can't run on that Switch one, he's going to go on it's not Nintendo or Switch, Nintendo or PlayStation. And if he can't run on Nintendo, he's going to go on PlayStation. You are winning. You've won. Stop complaining about things that don't matter and start complaining about things that do matter. As soon as you come up with something.
Right now, the only game that looks like is going to be... So right here, this is like similar list to Xbox of when they announced and when it got released. Right now, all the games that got released, the furthest one so far is 2 years, 2 months, which was God of War Ragnarok. Wolverine clearly is going to break that. So Wolverine would so far be the only game that took at least 4 years to release. Everything else, Spider-Man Miles Morales. So this is so I'm just going to mention the time to release if you guys can't read it. But Spider-Man Miles Morales took five months from announcement to release. So Sackboy, Demon Souls, Astro's Playroom, Spider-Man Remastered, 5 months from announcement to release. Destruction All-Stars, 8 months from announcement to release. Returnal, 11 months from announcement to release. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, 1 year. Horizon Forbidden West, 1 year, 8 months. Gran Turismo 7, 1 year, 9 months. God of War Ragnarok, 2 years, 2 months. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, 2 months. Uncharted Collection, 5 months. Marvel Spider-Man 2, 2 years, 2 months. Marvel's Wolverine to be determined. Horizon Call of the Mountain, 1 year, 2 months. Last of Us Part 1, 3 months. Firewall Ultra, 1 year. Rise of Ronin, 1 year, 4 months. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach was announced in 2025. Release, projected release is 2025, so that might be around 3 years. Helldivers 2, 9 months from announcement to release. Fair Games, Projected release is 2025, so it might be 2 years from release if it releases this year. Last of Us 2 Part 2 Remastered, 2 months. Until Dawn, 8 months. Astrobot, 3 months. Lego Horizon Adventures, 5 months. And Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, 1 month. And Days Gone Remastered, projected is April 25th. And from announcement, that will make it about 2 months. So that's pretty good. Considering announcement to release date cadence, that's actually really good. That's a really good balance. You know, I think Wolverine will end up being the biggest one.
And notice that for a lot of these games, they were hugely successful. So they are this notion that people had, like, oh, they need these 3-year things for the marketing cycle. And I'm like, the marketing cycle doesn't even start until like 3 months before the game comes out. Like, that's when it really kicks off, right? Remember how hard they were going after Ragnarok for that? Because they were like, why haven't they started? Yeah, it's not marketing. It's just fake promises. Hey, you know what? I've got a task for the class, Podorok. I'm sending you a tweet by Nibellion over there, you know, on the Twitters. But it's got a video there of Fable. And we're going to play Spot the Floor. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Just put the video up for the people to watch. And then we're going to talk about it later. Okay, it's going to be a teachable moment.
Okay, let me click on there. Okay, here we go. This is a video. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
For footage.
Oh, you told them what the floor was. Hold on.
It says it right
Damn, this you shouldn't have a professor. Another professor trying to teach the class. God damn.
It says it.
Well, there you go. You ruined it.
How? It says it.
Hold on.
It literally says it.
The point of the tweet, okay, is that this is footage that is showing. Guess when?
Yeah, I just showed the video
today. This is footage that they showed today when they announced the delay. So they brought you gameplay today of what, Professor Podorok?
Pre-alpha footage.
Of pre-alpha footage. This is the game that tells you it's coming out next year. And I'll show you pre-alpha footage. It's good.
So wait a minute. This game's coming out next year and they're still showing pre-alpha footage?
Pre-alpha footage.
Pre-alpha footage is like early development shit.
Yep. Pre-alpha isn't alpha. That's
it's not even alpha.
That's what.
You still pre-alpha.
As a road mapper, I just want to know that these guys are great. That's fantastic. Isn't this what people always say? We want to see the game before it's ready. Pre-alpha, they said. Yep. You guys can trust that.
She punted that chicken like if it was a field goal at the 50-yard line. Like, what the what? What was that? Where did that come from? It's like, hold on, I gotta see this. He goes, and for the game winner, go! Yo, I guess.
Hey, that should be a GIF. That needs to be a meme right there.
That's a meme right there. I'm like, what the hell was that? She just straight punted that chicken out the way. She's like, the fuck out of here. I don't know, man. Oof,
so yeah,
all right.
listen. That's the Fable brand new gameplay footage. And it's in pre-alpha. And that's today. That's not a year ago. That's today. But it's coming out next year. Trust them. I just want to say, the world map community, you guys have no defense now. Between Wonder Woman and pre-alpha footage being shown when it's only a year away. Like, I know that it takes time to shoot record gameplay and everything. But this wasn't particularly like interesting gameplay. It was literally just a person walking, blocking, maybe parrying a few times. You tell me you could have stitched together a video of something that is like recentish? Unless you are still in pre-alpha. Or the game is in such a state that the only time that it was working last was when it was pre-alpha. Anyways, what I'm saying is that it fills me with confidence. That's what I want to say, It's just filling me with confidence.
As a road mapper, you're enjoying
exactly. As a road mapper, you could say it's a comfort. It's a how do you make that even smaller? Confidence sounds too much. It's a comfort. It's a con. Yeah, it's a con. It's almost like it fills me with cunning. It's con. It's con material. I'm being conned, is what I'm trying to say. It's just, hey, it's
a mirage.
It's a con. It's a con. It's crazy. But by con, just picture confidence. Just con. The con. It's like it's a con. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like it could be a pro, but it's a con. It's crazy. Anyways,
pre-out for 1 year before release is wild. That is wild. That's a wild strategy. That's a wild strategy.
Hey, listen, man. I think I have sufficiently decimated everybody that ever talks about word maps again to me.
I think so.
I'm just gonna point them to this episode, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everybody's happy to get on the 18-month or sooner train now. We all good? We good?
I need my roadmap. I need my roadmap. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Oh well, you're an American.
I need my roadmap with no gameplay. I just need cinematic introductions.
Listen, you're an American. You voted for Trump again.
That's it.
It's in your blood.
I needed my cinematic, expectations met.
Hey, listen.
So show me hope. I'm like that guy who's hoping to sell 10 million. Even though you barely sold 2.
Ray-Ban,
that guy.
Ray-Ban sunglasses from Meta. It's great.
Is there still a chance? I mean, look at what's another one? Zuby, shame on you. He's missing a game. Knights of the Old Republic remake. Sony announced that.
Yes. And then apparently they fired the studio.
They're putting someone else in charge.
That's a unique entry to the word mappers because it's very easy for a studio to cancel a project, but when the project cancels the studio, that's great.
That's peak. They're like, no. Listen, you think you're gonna cancel me? No, I cancel you.
I show you down.
I'm staying. It's you who's being shut down.
Yeah. Because people are like, hey, listen, the game's still alive. We just don't know who's going to make it yet. But don't worry about it.
That's exactly
what happened. It's still coming. It's coming.
Oh, my God. That's exactly what happened. They didn't shut down the project. They just got rid of the studio. Now they're like, all right, someone's going to make this sucker.
Oh, my God. That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Someone's going to make this.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
So I am Star Wars. You don't cancel me. We cancel you.
Oh my God. They went Death Star on this shit. Just like,
how again cancels the studio?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Like, hey, looks like we're gonna have to cancel. I could just see the suit. I'm like, all right, we're gonna have to cancel Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic's like, the lightsaber came out. Did I say the game? I meant we're gonna cancel the studio. That's be like,
get rid of them.
Yeah,
get rid of them.
They brought out the lightsaber. The game, all you saw was coming out the computer. Boy, they were about to get beheaded. Boy, you ain't canceling this game. You better fire them. The other one, it's not our fault. The other one, listen, we're already out. All you gotta do is remake us. We're already successful. Fire them.
Listen, Darth Vader said to that studio, Aspire, you be careful not to choke on your aspirations. It got him in a chokehold.
Oh man. Listen.
Guys.
When they came when the suits came in, be like, yeah, we may have to cancel Knights of the Old Republic. Darth Vader's like, your lack of faith is quite disturbing. And they choked them.
Exactly. Just right in the esophagus.
The developers. We're gonna fire the developers. Yeah, all y'all fired. Get the fuck out. You're not canceling this game. Everyone else would get fired before the game is canceled.
Can we make a honorary mention for a game that did a word map in reverse? Because it shadow dropped in Hi-Fi Rush. And then it terminated the studio later. I mean, that is just... That's a reverse word map, but we'll take it. A game with no word map killed the word map for the entire studio.
How you actually release a game, you brag about 2 million people playing it, you say you were successful, oh yeah, we're getting rid of the studio.
So good. And you see, that's why you need to have a word map, okay? That's what happens with no word map. All of these shadow drops, they shut down studios. As a word mapper, that's what happens when you go against us. Don't go against us.
Oh man, this is wild. This is some wild stuff. Who would have thought this?
Listen, hey, I feel for all of the developers at WB. You know, everything.
aside.
Obviously, there's a human element. We make jokes, but we don't want you guys to lose your jobs. Nobody wants that. I also think that, listen, the project had the aspiration of using the Nemesis system, right? And we haven't seen the Nemesis system since the Middle Earth games. So it was going to be cool to see.
They used that
what that would look like.
on Shadow of Mordor, right?
Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, yeah. Exactly. So the Middle Earth games.
Yeah,
so it would have been cool to see what that looks like. I think Monolith actually has a very storied history in gaming. You know, I think they are the creators that made the Middle Earth games. So there was no reason to think that they couldn't manage to create a superhero game in Wonder Woman. So you know, it's sad to see them be relegated to this thing where. I mean, the studio itself was shut down, right? It's not just that the project's canceled; it's that they are
studio
closing.
got shut down. Yes.
Yeah, you know. So, what is the gaming industry? People keep making it about money, but I highly disagree because it is the most profitable industry on the planet, and there are other industries that put way more money in their projects than this. However, there is a notion of, I think, aspiring to be almost like either the next Fortnite or the next GTA, you
That's
know,
the problem.
and you know that is it's very dangerous when it's not that the money is high, it's that the money being given is bet against very high odds or very low odds, depending on how you look at it. You know, because a Wonder Woman game being good is probably reasonable. A Wonder Woman game selling 20 to 80 million copies,
That's probably not.
that's when it starts being problematic, bro. And then they try to do I'm sure they tried to do a live service thing with this game. I'm sure Warner Brothers was tempted as hell. I think they even said they wanted to do that in freaking Harry Potter, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I think he said that the CEO said they're going to create more live service games. So I think it is that appeal, it is that siren song that is literally getting them to, jump over the boat and just get themselves eaten. You know, at the end of the day, the live service thing is a very dangerous siren call. And I think these companies are like, yes, we will give you, a few $100 million maybe, or tens of millions of dollars, more than we would have given you otherwise. But then in return, you have to sell like a GTA, or you have to be like a Fortnite, or you have to be like a Call of Duty in terms of success. And apparently, Marvel Rivals is not a game that I particularly care about, but it is a very popular game at the moment. And apparently it's bringing like $100+ million every month as a free-to-play game. It's wildly successful. And the CEO still fired like the American team operations or something,
he just
trying to cost even more. So we live in a time when people focus on the money and the numbers, but it's not the money and it's not the numbers. It's the people that put stipulations on that money and on those numbers that are the problem. Like people always say, oh, it cost $300 million for Spider-Man 2, but it's not sustainable. First of all, Spider-Man 2 sold way more than what it would need to make up that money back.
It sold over
exactly,
easily.
And second, it convinced people to get a PlayStation, which is way more valuable than a game sale by itself. Because it's console sale, which is $500 at the very least.
And then you got
and
the
future purchases on that console. So that $300 million investment returned multiple fold. So it is sustainable. Exactly. It's sustainable. It's way more than sustainable. It's profitable. It's grossly profitable. But depending on the company, depending on the stipulations they put on it, like look at Square Enix, they have wildly successful games and they keep coming to you and telling you that, oh, those were not good enough. Like, bro, what did you expect? Did you think everybody was going to like your product? Not everybody likes milk. There's some people that don't even like water. Some people are like, literally, get water, put gas in it, so that I can have, what do they call that disgusting thing that they call it? What's that? What, like not spring water, the spirit. Oh, Jesus Christ! What's water when you add something to it in order to make it fizzy?
Sparkling water.
Sparkling water. People take water, which is perfectly good and good for them, and they need it to survive. And they're like, Yeah, I'm gonna add some. You're one of those.
Yes.
You're one of those.
I hate the taste of water. I fucking can't stand
You see, if God wasn't good enough to create something that everybody likes, how do you think you are?
Flavored sparkling water beverage.
Do you see what I mean? He said,
if
so
God,
what is it?
He said, if God couldn't create,
if God couldn't do it, what makes you think you can save these hoes? If God couldn't save them, what makes you think you can? God created water, made their bodies dependent on it, and like, oh, I don't like the taste.
Like we literally have to survive. Like we can't survive without it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling the taste though.
They're like Yelp review, 2 out of 5.
Water, don't see much point into it. Pretty bland.
Exactly. You know, kind of bland, very transparent, no flavor, no uniqueness, and also it just tastes the same everywhere. It just does.
I mean, water's also good, right? But what you gotta do a couple of things first. First, you gotta take it, you gotta boil it really hot, right? Like absolutely boiling, right? Then what you're gonna do you're gonna pour it over coffee grains, and then when it goes through the coffee grains, then it's good. Because it's coffee.
There you go. Listen, these ungratefuls need to have flavored water, sparkling coffee, soda, pop, tonic.
Soda has water in it.
Gin, vodka. You all realize these are all remix on water, right?
We're trying to find ways to make it taste good. Kool-Aid, drop a Kool-Aid pack. When all else fails, put some sugar in Kool-Aid pack.
Kool-Aid. That's
that shit.
Right
drop
there.
a little pack of Kool-Aid and stir that shit up.
You know, there you go. Energy drinks. Get the powder. And then half of it goes up, and then you put some of it, stir it.
Boom. He says half of it disappears. But I will say this. Here's the thing. So I know it kind of talks about the whole industry problem, right? Games being expensive. Some companies have advantages other companies don't. For example, I feel first-party companies have an advantage if you're successful at being a first-party company. And by first-party company is the market share. Like for PlayStation. People say, oh, it's expensive to make games. Okay, cool. But PlayStation, like you mentioned, has multiple revenue streams. They are not solely reliant on their own first-party sales. In fact, that's the smallest part of their business. Their own first-party sales, regardless, they can have 4 blockbuster games. That, in fact, 2022, what they had, Horizon, GT7, God of War. The same year. And that is still nowhere close to what they do with their third-party sales, because there's just much more third-party games out there. And some of them are the biggest games in an industry, right? So their own first-party sales is just one revenue stream. It's the smaller revenue stream. Sony has more revenue streams. They have the subscriptions, right, of various types, from the basic to the extra to the premium. They got peripherals, and this general peripherals, they knocked it out the park. Portal selling amazingly. If it wasn't the Portal, it was the DualSense Edge. Not even the basic controller. The Edge. This thing is $200, and this was the number one selling peripheral in the
controller. Exactly.
Right, the controller. Right. Got the headsets. You got third-party sales. You got money transactions, and you got the console once it's profitable. So Sony has a lot of lanes. PlayStation has a lot of lanes to make money to make games. EA doesn't. Ubisoft doesn't. Capcom doesn't. They are completely reliant on game sales. If the games don't sell, they're fucked. So I could understand third party trying to push live service, because EA technically has some great, reoccurring revenues. They got the Madden. Hell, they even found a way to sell Madden again. They just renamed it college football. So they found two ways to sell you. They got Football Club.
Yep.
So they got 3 games.
The Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
And,
and they're about to release a new Battlefield. If that hits, they will have 4 games that generate lots and lots of revenue. Cool. Yep. Rockstar, take 2. They got 2K NBA, and they got GTA 5 online. Huge things for them, right? Right? Yep. So they have something. But I think Rockstar has the Grand Theft Auto name and stuff like that, so that's big. For me, Warner Brothers, I think the advantage that they don't see that they have themselves is the comic book characters. That is unique to them. No one has that, But I think, like you said, they're listening to the sirens call and not paying attention to what they have on their own ship. They are a unique third party in the sense that they're the only one. Look what they have. They have Harry Potter, right?
Whoa.
They got DC Universe, right?
Whoa.
And the Helms, right? Bro, give the people what they want from these characters because you're the only one that can do it. Listen, Wonder Woman, you're the only one that can give people the Wonder Woman story. No one else can do that. Sure, people could be like, oh, live service here, live service there. But you're the only studio, you're the only publisher that can give Wonder Woman fans the Wonder Woman story they want. No different than the Spider-Man story Spider-Man fans got. And that's what I'm thinking, like, I don't see how they can't see that. The reason why Spider-Man is successful because somebody made a good game and people want to play that story. Same thing with Batman.
And people made a good Spider-Man game. Absolutely.
Yes. You got to make a good game. But if you make a good game, the Spider-Man fans will follow. Because they finally like, yes, I get a good Spider-Man game. No different than the Batman game. Warner Brothers in a position to be like, listen, no one can make a Wonder Woman game. So if we don't do it, then who can? So in a way, you have your own market to make something no one can replicate. And that's how they should look at their games. Like, we have products that cannot be replicated. We're the ones that own Superman. We own Green Lantern. We own Aquaman. And there are fans, because you can tell from the comics, from the movies. You know, like how Sony's trying to get their shows to get people interested in their games? That's already done. For them, it's done. It's already done. They did that years ago.
Yeah, decades. You decades.
You got Aquaman fans.
Decades.
Just
People
make the
grew up on
game.
this shit.
Yes.
This is what I said to you.
You got
I
a
remember
man
saying this.
who
I think
looks
it
like
was
Arthur with a trident in his room.
Bro,
just make the game and make it good. He's gonna buy it.
Oh my god. You remember?
Somebody is like what Sony's trying to do with The Last of Us. They already did it.
This
You got the
already
movies,
done.
you got the shows.
This already done. And then people tell me these games are unsustainable. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Do you know how many people they are just waiting for this shit?
Yes. You listen, you know the envy Green Lantern's fan has seen. You know what the envy Green Lantern fans have seen people enjoy Batman. People enjoy Spider-Man. And now you're about to enjoy Wolverine. They even like Blade? Are you fucking kidding me? You make a Blade game before you make Green Lantern? You know how pissed they are? Like the disrespect. The disrespect.
Who the fuck owns Tron? Where is the next Tron game? Like, bro, like people grew up on this shit. Do you remember? It was in a post show. I'm pretty sure it was in a post show, not during the live show. But I told you that I think that Harry Potter could outsell Spider-Man 2. Actually, it might have been during the show.
And you did.
I did say that. Because I was like, you guys don't realize how many Harry Potter fans there are there and how long they've been waiting.
For an actual, not no Lego bullshit. They don't want no Lego bullshit. They want a big AAA, and it look.
Harry Potter.
And here's the crazy part.
It
didn't even have Harry Potter. It was just a story based in the game.
Exactly, bro. Listen. I keep saying, I remember what Harry Potter did. It brought people that are non-gamers into gaming. Yes. This is why when these companies keep saying, like, hey, we want more people to come into gaming, and I say one of the ways is fucking transmedia. Yeah. Right. Go and get the people that are out there that are not gamers. You have fucking people telling me, oh, it's Phil Spencer. Shut the fuck up, Phil Spencer. You probably be a better CEO than him. Yes, I believe in you more than him. God damn.
Oh, man.
Listen, there are so many franchises out there. And like you said, there are like a Walking Dead game. Not a Telltale game, a true Walking Dead game.
And not the bullshit.
Phenomenal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
not the pick your own adventure storybook. Yeah. No, a real game based on that. There are so many IPs, like you say, for decades they've made their fans. For decades. And yes, those fans, not all of them turned into gamers, bro. But they will. You give them a good product, they will.
Because gamers love translation. IPs that got translated to the game done good, so you got the gamers. And then you get the people who are fans of that IP.
Whoa. Create a Cowboy Bebop game. See yourself sell. you know? Like Intergalactic is going to sell off the back of Akira and Cowboy Bebop. It's going to sell off of that. That's what's going to sell off because those fans are going to be like, oh shit, that has the same aesthetic. That was inspired by it. I want to see what the references are. I want to see those moments happen. Yo, because of Intergalactic, I started watching Cowboy Bebop. It's great. It's great. And that again is a tangential IP. That is something that is like, oh, it's touching on, it's inspired by something. If you were to give the people what they wanted, all of these companies, like you said, especially WB, you have no excuse, bro. You have no excuse. You have a whole roster of character people who literally die at your feet.
No one can do it. You literally have an exclusive to your company. That's your exclusive. You literally have power no one can replicate. If you don't do it, no one is going to do it.
Gaming journalists are telling me that gaming is unsustainable. No, it's not unsustainable.
You're making stupid decisions.
Bro, right? It's like, why can't we just call stupidity what it is? There's nothing unsustainable about it. You have fucking Christopher Nolan movies that cost like $1 billion and he gets his money back for fucking movie.
Yo, it's just
they created
insane,
two
man.
avatars. The first one, people were like, yeah, we go crazy. The second one, people were like, we don't think this is going to hit. This motherfucker hit.
But it's just, and that's why I said these movie studios got to look at, certain ones, they have something no one else can do. And Warner Brothers is one of those. No one else can do what they do. So they think they're at a disadvantage. No, you're not. You're the only one that can make the Wonder Woman story. You're the only one that can make the Superman story. You're the only one that can make the Aquaman story. You literally have an exclusive. Just make what the gamers want. Make it a big AAA blockbuster single-player game. They will buy it. You will see the Spider-Man sales. You're going to see it. Because people want that. People just want those superhero characters go from the screen, go from the comics, and into the video game console. But they don't trust that. They just, for whatever reason, they don't believe in those IP. They probably still think that Batman and Spider-Man are like lightning in a bottle type games. I hope, this is what I'm hoping. I am hoping Wolverine also comes out lights out, just like Spider-Man. 10 million sales, 15 million sales. Because at a certain point, you have to say to yourself, okay, 3 games? And Insomniac got 2 back-to-back? Maybe there is something good about these comic book games. Yeah, you think? Actually making big blockbuster games from characters people are fans of? That people actually watch shows and movies about? I don't know. Maybe. And stop fucking around with these little side bullshit stuff. So that's really why I'm kind of feeling, in my feels with Wonder Woman, because there's so much potential for so many games. I know there's still a few out. So we got Blade, and we got, 1943? The one with Captain America and Black Panther?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So that's one, and I think there's another one. But that's all Marvel. Marvel's all in. See, Marvel gets they got the assignment right. Marvel's like, listen, we know we can only provide these games. Obviously, they're farming them out, getting licensed IP, but Marvel's all about it because they know these are stories people want to play. They just got to get the right developers to execute it. That's different. But at least they give it a chance. Like they gave Square Enix a chance, whatever, but they're not shutting it down. They're like, hey, we're going to keep this going. Wolverine and X-Men. So think about that. PlayStation alone is going to push Spider-Man, Wolverine, and X-Men doing their part. So that's why I on Twitter, I added Sony, be like, listen, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to go to Warner Brothers and be like, okay, give us some IPs.
Listen, man.
We got this, and we're gonna.
I can only hope that Sony can scale up enough to be able to handle all these properties, man. Because who else are we gonna trust?
Okay.
Who else are we gonna trust, man? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, give us the Wonder Woman. We'll take care of Wonder Woman. And while you're at it, let me get Green Lantern and Aquaman. Mm-hmm. We'll take care of those. Or the Flash.
As long as Green Lantern is in space, I mean.
Okay,
because you know me, I love space.
Yeah, Green Lantern and Flash. Give us the Flash. We got that. I mean, hell, Sony already started the blueprint with the First Light DLC. The character was a speedster. There you go. So they already have something. Give that to Insomniac. There you go. I mean, that's Insomniac. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. Here you go. You got the Flash.
Listen, Ghost, and then put Infamous back. There you go. So listen, what I will say is this. The film industry, okay? What is it? Way of the Water, right? Avatar Way of the Water. 350 to 400 million just on the thing, without the budget of the advertisement included. Made like $2.3 billion back. Stop saying that if you invest in a quality thing, people will not show up. Tell me, how is that unsustainable? Do you think they're crying, oh my God, we only made $2.9 billion back? Oh, no. That's billions. Listen,
see
and
what
that
the
is for
industry,
a fucking
they're
film.
trying to sucker us. They're trying to say they only want to spend because some of these free to play games, they're not huge investments. They're not like $400 or $500 billion investments. You know, because you see the graphics, they go with the cartoony graphics, the purple hair color. It's simple design, whatever. So maybe 50 million, 100, 50 million, 75 million, but then they want $3 billion back. That's a ridiculous metric.
There
ridiculous.
You go. And they want to charge us for like $40 skins on the way.
Yeah.
Nah.
What is it? The Ninja Turtle pack. Each character is $20 on Call of Duty. So it's $80 to get all 4 turtle skins. Something like that. $80.
You're joking.
Yeah.
$80.
No, $80. 20 per character.
Listen, man.
Right? Am I wrong, Chad?
The way I call them free
what the
to
fuck?
pay. It's free to pay. Because that's basically what you're doing. It's free to pay.
Free to pay.
Listen.
It's ridiculous.
You're
$80 for $4 skins?
and I'm not getting everything you've ever created for that game. That's nonsense.
That's more than a game.
That's nonsense. Listen, man. I will say this. Unfortunately, guys, I have to go pretty soon. My day is getting started.
We could close it out. Let me do the last super chat. True Witty said, you forgot Sony back in the day did DC Universe Online. Yeah, and then they sold it. So yeah, there was DC Universe Online. And that was pretty popular. I was playing that too. That was pretty good. All right,
okay.
Anyway.
In that cell, they go with a PC. That's fine. It's all good. It was worth it.
All right, so we closing out the show. Hit the like button. Hey, Extreme, I know you did a video.
Yo, I did a video, guys.
In a premiere,
premiere, and 3 people showed up. I'm so grateful. I appreciate it.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. Go watch the video. It ironically talks about a map, but not a road map specifically. You're just talking about a little bit about, leadership and direction. You like it. It's great. Go there. You'll love it.
I know what I'm listening to on my drive to work tomorrow morning.
There we go. Appreciate you, sir.
All right. Anyway, your only friend is YouTube Streets, Puerto77. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Tune in this Friday with my one-on-one live for special guest King David. That's right.
Oh, shit. No. Quickly, before we wrap up, you have to talk about it. Did I send it to you? This motherfucker said that there's increased demand for Xbox.
David, don't worry. I got it. Yeah. We'll talk about it Friday.
You're going to bring that up?
Yeah. I'm going to be like, what you mean?
Are you sure you don't want me to drop in for that segment? Because I promise I'll be nice. I promise I'll be nice. I won't even say nothing.
Nope. We're good. This is the one on Friday.
There's increased demand for Xbox.
Hey, we're going to talk. Hey. Listen. Okay. Hey.
Break his legs.
Listen, no, it's not a break legging session. It's conversation.
Oh my God.
It's just 2 guys. We're having a beer. It's
King David, come on the podcast. I'm so nice.
Okay.
I'm so nice. Hey, you know what? Tell him about me. He doesn't know about me.
Because they're scared of
you.
He
doesn't know about me. He doesn't know about me. Tell him I'm nice. Very nice. Come to the podcast. When you say things like that, I'll support you. You'll see.
So anyway, everybody, tune in Friday. It's also the same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. King David will be the guest, right? And we're going to rock it. We're going to have a good time. We're going to bring up what he meant by increased demand, no PlayStation 6, all that stuff. We're going to talk good stuff. And it's good. It's good sit down. Y'all seen, hopefully you see the other
after 2. Friday, come next Tuesday. We'll talk about it, him and I. Him and I, we'll just chop it up.
How about this? I'll ask him to invite you to his podcast.
Even better. Even better. Tell him about me. Tell him about me. His audience will love me.
I'll put in a
Tell them I'm so nice. I'm so nice.
Anyway, my friends, my fellow gamers, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Share this out. Consider being a member if you want to support the channel. But either way, what I truly appreciate is you guys hanging out and just enjoying the content and keeping up. But I'll see you guys Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. King David, we're going to get it through. We're going to have a good time. And we'll just have that, right? No PS6. That's what Kay put up. Hashtag no PS6. You guys take care. Have a great week. See you soon. Peace.